alleyway. I had to really step back, look at my situation for what it was. I had to look at my life like it wasn't moving. I had to look at all the moving parts. So you really understand what it was. They say love, blind. Yeah, I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my back, I got a murder. Head goes on the back, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens. The streets wanna murder. Streets wanna murder. I told you that this thing of ours come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. Hate the city red. All the shit I seen replaying in my head. I heard the streets smoking, so we called them boys instead. Block wanna murder and he called with another day. And I bet it would. But it was right, really. Niggas was crooked. Playing the pity, but niggas ain't cost him a bullet. Didn't wanna do it to him, but I had to pull it. One foot in the streets, one foot in the trap, my head on the music. I write my bars on this microphone, it's therapeutic. I know the streets listen when I talk, I can't abuse it, I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it, I can't abuse it, no, I can't abuse it. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my back, I got a murder. Head goes on the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burden. I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my back, I got a murder. Head goes on the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens. The streets wanna murder. Streets wanna murder. I told you that this thing of ours come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. If you're a baby, you know why I get it. Stuck in my grind, bitch, I'm on a mission. But when they talking, little baby, I'm different. And on my nuts, I handle my business. And on my phone, shit in the pen. I'm really rapping the shit that I'm living. I got a problem inside of my mind. I hear the streets talking, they tell me to get it. Yeah, I gotta get it. Yeah, they just tell me I'm tripping. Tell me all of my money on top of my music to give myself what I was missing. Yeah, I never asked for niggas for a band. I never called them niggas in the jam. I know the ops stepping in the moon. I know my head going for a tag. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my back, I got a murder. Head goes on the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. We're gonna get right into the intro music. Let's keep it going. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, share the live stream.
I know them niggas ain't fucking with me. I keep my dignity. I know them niggas don't want no pipe. I keep us easy. Yeah, I've been that greasy. My mama tell me all the time, baby, you gonna be a star. But she don't even like right music. For real. I let your dog in the up, that nigga won't get your beat. I had to start fucking with niggas, I knew they wouldn't fuck with me. And I can't wait to ride touch, we gon' run the mix. Shit, I can't wait to scope touch, we gon' kill the niggas. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, that's why I brought the blitz. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, that's why I put an extension. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, I make your mama bitch. I had to move up out my mama's house, I couldn't bring the tension. Cause when I leave about this bitch, I gotta bring the bliss. Hey, when I leave about this bitch, I don't know if I'll come back in. And if you really acting, nigga, you know what I'm feeling. I told my niggas bull out, cause we on a mission. My girl be telling me chill out, cause she need a nigga. And plus my son, he getting older, that's my little nigga. It ain't shit I wouldn't do for my fucking children. And making it back home and you know I ain't playing with you. I hear them niggas talking like I'll keep that playing with you. I heard some niggas wanna ride me down, play with niggas. They know we keep them splits burn, we love to smoke on niggas. I'm tired of bitch ass niggas act like we don't know a nigga. I'm tired of bitch ass niggas act like we won't get with them. I feel like you gotta pin me, I swear y'all be ignoring the niggas. I feel like you gotta pin me, y'all nigga, I keep a Jordan with me. I feel like you gotta pin these 3-3s, they ain't hit a nigga. Yeah, these 3-3s ain't hit a nigga. I feel like you gotta pin me, y'all nigga, I keep a Jordan with me. I keep a Jordan with me. I feel like you gotta pin me, y'all nigga, I keep a Jordan with me. I know dog in the gut, that nigga won't be your beat. I had to start fucking with niggas, I know won't fuck with me. And I can't wait to ride touch, we gon' run the me. Shit, I can't wait to scope touch, we gon' kill the nigga. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, that's why I put the clip. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, that's why I put an extension. I know them niggas ain't fucking with me, I make your mama bitch. I had to move about my mama house, I couldn't bring attention. Yeah, I couldn't bring attention. I had to go about my mom house, I couldn't bring attention. Hey, when I leave about this bitch, I gotta bring clips. Hey, when I leave about this bitch, I don't know if come back in. For real. Yeah.
all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
Blazing on the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled, how I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering black was never on your side. They too mad to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the guards of the gate, so when they say they fear God, now you know what they made.
See my life. See my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it.
Before I get into this next little jammy jam, I need everybody to hit the like button, everybody to thumb up the video, share the live stream. You feel me? Support the channel, hit the like button. Make sure everybody in here can hear me loud and clear. So drop them fire emojis right now. Let's get to the intro. Let's go. Shout out to everybody.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. The Hellyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me care. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them care, yeah. They won't see me care, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them care, yeah. They won't see me care, yeah. I put attention, all in my blood, all in my veins. They started with perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them care, yeah. They won't see me care, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the stirrup. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them care, yeah. They won't see me care, yeah.
Lost, see, I glossed too, we shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the
Peace, peace, peace. Peace and blessings, man. We finally hit the 10-minute intro marker, man. Y'all know what's going on. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. We got some shit tuned in. Before we get started, I want everybody to drop them fire emojis. Trying to roll me up a wood right now so we can get this thing cracking. Let me shout out everybody. I want to take the time out to shout out everybody that's in the chat. So I want to say peace and blessings to everybody that's out here tuning in. I need y'all to do one thing for me. I'm only going to ask y'all to do one thing for me. Thumb up the video and share the live stream. That's all I ask for you guys to do. Thumb up the video and share the live stream. So after you hit the like button, come back in the chat. Drop a fire emoji. with the thumbs up beside it. That's gonna let me know whether or not y'all hit that like button. All right, so let me take the time out to shout out some of the brothers and sisters that took their time out to come rock with the brother Big Aboriginal Power. So I want to say peace and blessings to Juice, TT Portier, my big brother Tayshawn, Jesse Stevenson, Enoch, Thomas Dotson, Coop the Bully, Kyle Flinch, Irk Duncan, my sister Chick Homily Roots, Reginald Jones, Black Wolf, Shamel Thompson, Black Matrix Glish, Boot Camp. Who else we got in here? Chief Courtney Michelle, peace and blessings, Commander in Chief. Who else we got up in this thing? Shout out to the brother Salah Banda, Don't Do It. And I believe that's it as far as we got in here this Grand Rising. Hopefully I ain't forget nobody else. Shout out to Lady Spade for tapping in. Yeah, man, this is the Wake and Bake Show. Let me know where y'all at this Grand Rising and what y'all smoking on this Grand Rising. Weather's getting beautiful outside. It's that time for y'all to start, you know what I mean, getting on y'all swag and getting y'all socialism up. Be able to go conversate and educate and elevate the community around you. This is the perfect time to be able to do so. So yeah, man. This is the Wake and Bake, man. I want to know how y'all feeling this Grand Rise. I ain't been live in a couple of days. Nigga been preparing these bars for this up and coming battle rap event. How many of y'all ready for this up and coming battle rap event? April the 30th, Vortex Battle League. How many of y'all ready to see Big Al coming out and kill these niggas? I'm on that fire OG from the damn vape, Space Brownies. Somebody said they on Space Brownie. Shout out to Space Brownie, Nebraska in the building. Now let me know where y'all at this Grand Rising. What y'all smoking on? At least where y'all at. I'm out here in the West Texas right now. Now blowing on some cookies. Shout out to my brother in Texas. Shout out to West Texas. Shout out to my brothers out there in West Texas. Some good music out there coming out of West Texas right now. Especially my boy, Hot Boy. Get the nigga name. I think the nigga name Hot Boy. Somebody said smoking on cookies. Patty Betty smoking on cookies. Blackfoot Albo, DMV area. Shout out to the DMV. Milwaukee smoking on George Zimmerman. Damn, shit. Pass that shit, nigga. Nigga, rest in peace, Trayvon. Nigga, we smoking on George, nigga. Facts. Shout out to my nigga Coop the Bully. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. This is the Wake and Bake, man. Y'all feel I ain't seen y'all in a few days. You know what I mean? My cousins in the chat, everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Somebody said runts mixed with cookies. Okay. Biscotti, Dallas, Texas. I like Biscotti. Shout out to Biscotti. I'm working on getting these programs started. Shout out to Big Brother Buffalo Goat, man. If you need any help down there getting that program done and the park situated, let me know, G. So I love Lady Spade. What about you in West Texas? What part? Nah, I ain't in West Texas, G. Nah, I ain't. One of the homies is. I got some homies out in West Texas as well. So nah, I'm not out there. I will be in Texas real soon. Y'all get the heads up. Redlands, California, smoking on wedding cake. Shout out to wedding cake in the building. I like some good wedding cake. Smoking on some street shit. All right, that must be some gas too. You know what I mean? The little niggas on the street be having some gas. I'm sober right now. Gotta get some more. Tayshawn, boy, you know you sober, boy. Keep them eyes peeled. Why you on them road, big bro? You don't need no nothing. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa. Yeah, Tuscaloosa. Yeah, talk about it, man. The Black King, the Black Warrior. Are you still doing that debate on Sarnetta? I don't know, man. I've reached out to Sarnetta a couple times. I text him saying, what's up? I got all my shit ready. What's up? He ain't never respond. So to be honest, I thank Lord Aberducky. Y'all. I'm post the text messages that we try to set it up. So these niggas ducking. I'm in DeSoto, Kamalazoo, Michigan. Shout out to Michigan in the building. Somebody said GDP. That must be Granddaddy Perp in the building. I ain't seen no Granddaddy Perp in years. Shout out to the brother smoking on the Granddaddy. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But yeah, man, beautiful weather, man. So, hey, it's that time of the year, man. Like I said, I want all the smoke. So, not a coincidence. Motherfucking King Cash, especially Lord Albert. I want to smoke Lord Albert because I did when I was doing my rest of my genealogy, getting the rest of my records. I had some extra time, so I went over there and started scheming around in his genealogy that he publicly put out. And he lied about a few things. He lied about this whole slave. Well, he didn't lie. He just didn't tell you all the information about it, which is still considered a lie if he deliberately withhold information. So we're gonna be exposing that, man. Like I said, I think he know what's up. If I say Mississippi, keep that granddaddy. Virginia boy out here in Connecticut, the Vortex. Virginia, oh shit, what you mean the Vortex? Hey, listen, speaking of Vortex, shout out to Vortex. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Vortex Battle League. Y'all know April the 30th, Job Bricks versus Schemes. That's the 49er and the Cavalier. That's that nigga who was rapping, yeah. Job Bricks versus Schemes, April the 30th is going down. You got Big Aboriginal Power versus Out the Blue 40 for the main event. It's going to be going down, man. A battle rap event. If y'all ever watch battle rap, y'all know how battle rap coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. A lot of people probably think like, damn, Ab, you're going to lose bad. I've been hearing that whispers in the Aboriginal community. Ab, you're going to lose bad. We don't even know you can rap. Like, yo, don't worry about it. I got y'all. We're gonna eat. Like I said, I've been a student of hip hop for a long time, never battle rap. I made music in the past, tons of music, got tons of music. You know what I'm saying? I've just been infatuated with hip hop culture, and battle rap is one of the essences of hip hop that I really like to take part in, like to indulge in, watch, and be around. You know what I mean? I'm a part of that battle rap community. You see what I'm saying? So I've never battle rap before, but it shouldn't be hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to kill this nigga Blue. He don't really have a chance with Big Al. Out the Blue is ass. Somebody said Out the Blue is ass. You better not lose. Hey, Out the Blue supposed to be one of the best over there. But listen, my nigga Al TV taking all bets on the battle. I don't know if he going against me, because a lot of niggas going against me. Yeah, even one of my brothers said, I don't know, man. Maybe we should get Trey Ali to come rap. I'm like, man, y'all ain't got no confidence in Big Al. Put some confidence in your boy. You know what I mean? Oh, we never heard you rap. So, it's a lot of shit you ain't never seen me do. Don't mean I ain't did it. Okay? You understand me? Like, listen, I watched battle rap for a long time. I've been watching since its inception. And I've been following it for a long time. I was watching battle. Somebody said, Out the Blue with no clue. Our power be the truth. I see you. Somebody said, hey, my nigga Al said you got to check on battle. So who want to bet against me? We placing all bets. April 30th. Lock in before the April 30th. Lock in all bets. I'm coming to smoke Blue. I already told him I'm trying to 3-0 Blue. Dude said, if you 3-0 Blue, I'm cutting my hair. Am I right or wrong, y'all? I just want to make that clear. So yeah, man, like I said, I would never bet on the Black Power Ranger. You better not. You better not. Ain't no need to. I'm coming to kill, man. Like I said, virtually, I'm coming to kill. It's really gonna be nothing that the dude Blue can do with me. You feel what I'm saying? It's really gonna be nothing he can do with me. Honestly, I'm coming to destroy. I'm coming to destroy. I'm not coming to play no games with this nigga at all. We're gonna get it all the way in. Period. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Out the blue with no clue. Our power speaking true. I like that. Anybody putting their money on blue might as well burn the money. Man, blue money, that's $100 bill. They think I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna kill this nigga, G. I'm not coming here to lose. I'm coming here to beat dude 3-0. I want dude to cut his hair. I don't like that nigga scheme. Straight up. I don't like that nigga scheme. It's facts. I can't stand that nigga for real. Battles ain't no sweat. Y'all said battles ain't no sweat. What y'all mean? Like y'all battle rap. Ain't none of y'all jumped in the tournament talking about battle rap. Ain't no sweat. Jesse Stevenson, you's a white man. How about you jump into the league? How about you jump into the league, Jesse? They still got room. Jump in the league, Jesse. We talking about battle rap. We ain't talking about just battling. We talking about battle rap. Battle rap. Not just battling. Yeah, we battle every day, but we talking about battle rap. Jesse Stevenson's. All right, Jesse, don't make me. Hey, I get Lex on here and get you on here, boy. I love to see you on here, boy. I love to face your ass, boy. Your ass is a white man too. I got some shit for y'all. I've been wanting to talk to a white man in this battle rap shit for a while. All right, Jesse, leave your email, man. Shoot your email. We'll get you in, G. It might get nasty for Jesse, though. I'm telling you, fam. Jesse, I don't know about that, fam. You can't come over there represent no Aborigines, but you a white dude, so they know you ain't no Aborigine anyway. Off the rip. But I got confidence in you, G. I hope you can do it, fam. Cause y'all niggas be talking about battle rap like it ain't hard. Like you gotta remember 3 minutes of material each round. So each round is 3 minutes. Each round is 3 minutes. I gotta remember 9 minutes worth of material that I've just put together and that I'm never gonna use again. You see what I'm saying? Without fucking up. I can't fuck up doing the battle. You see what I'm saying? So that's a task within itself. Remember, 9 minutes of material. That nigga, that's a half a mixtape these days. He got it. He got it, Bal. No replay. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Blue fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I called out Blue when I went to Lex. When I went to his channel, watched a couple battles. I'm like, Lex. I called him. I was like, yo, I want the nigga Blue. I want the nigga Blue because I had seen this battle with Enes. I don't know if y'all know who Enes is from Philly. He's a known battle rapper. He was on Making a Band and all that. You can go look on Lex Vortex battle versus. They got that battle up on there. You can see Out the Blue 40 versus Enes. And I actually gave the battle to Blue. And Enes gave it to Blue as well. But that last battle against Europia, I gave that to Europia. So yeah, man. April the 30th, Vortex Battle League, Big Aboriginal Power versus Out the Blue 40 for the main event. Then you got Ja Bricks versus Schemes, which is they debut battles. It's gonna be dope. They both got their debut battles, and it's gonna be dope, man. I know my brother Ja Bricks coming to kill something. He's coming to kill something. It's gonna get nasty for this nigga Schemes. This nigga a little boy. He about to get talked to. You feel me? This nigga Schemes about to get talked to. You know what I mean? So yeah, April the 30th, make sure y'all tap in. I will be dropping the link at the end of the video so we can get some stick going. But I'm about to get into the audio, man. And y'all see the title. Do American Aborigines / American Indians agree with immigration? Do y'all agree with immigrants coming to your land? How do y'all feel about immigration? And that's a conversation I want to get to you guys as well, especially if we're trying to secure our culture and we're trying to stamp and put ownership on our culture, customs, and traditions. How bringing in immigrants is going to be a conflict of interest. So how do you feel? That's my opinion. So maybe you guys feel like it ain't. So how do you guys feel about immigration? Before we get into that, I want to kind of get into some audio dealing with tether talk. When we get into some tether talk, then we'll come right back to the Aborigines or American Indians agree with immigration? That's a serious question. I want to hear you guys a panel opinion on it. So don't be afraid to hit the link or give your opinions in the chat. We'll get back to that question. Let's just do some of this audio about some tether talk.
So I want to speak on the title.
Let's get to some tether talk.
I don't think nobody's cloud chasing up FBA. You guys are causing a lot of issues. You in particular, Mr. Nasheed, are very divisive. You was a Pan-Africanist. No, you came out as a pimp. You was a pimp selling your own woman. Then you become a Pan-Africanist.
I did not sell.
Then now you're FBA. You're a pretendian. So I understand. I understand, sir.
Let's be clear. I never sold my own woman. I sold your mother for 2 weeks. She was too musty, and I couldn't make money. Okay, there was only one woman. It wasn't my woman. Okay, when I was pimping, it was your mother. I pimped her. She was way too musty for me to make money. Turn your microphone on, sir. Let's be clear. We got to get facts straight.
No, sir. So you pimped your own mother and your own sister.
No, I pimped your mother.
Now you said.
Shout out to my brother Don P in the chat, man. Shout out to Don P. Good to see you in here, brother. I hope all is well.
You want to fight for black?
Sir, it was your mother. I was pimping her, but she had too many flies coming out of her vagina. So we couldn't make any money. So I had to get out the game early on. But go ahead, sir.
So,
go ahead. Turn.
Yeah. So why are you are clout chasing off of Africans, sir? Africans.
Clout chasing. You don't have any clout to chase, sir. What clout do you?
Because why?
Sir, what clout do you have besides big bellies and ashy knees? What clout do you have, sir?
But you
have.
See how these people. Let's be clear about some things right quick. There's no other ethnic group, race of people outside of North America that North Americans are trying to get clout off of. Let's just make that clear. Everyone come here and try to get clout or build a progression off of what we already built. That's a form of clout chasing. When you come over here and you undermine us, you link in our culture, you speak on behalf of us, this is clout chasing. We're being globally clout chased by every ethnicity, and it happens in front of our face. This is what immigration does. Immigration is a form of them coming over here for clout reasons, for them to gain some type of popularity, economic stability based off of what we already put in place. We made it cool for you guys to come here. That's clout chasing. We've been globally clout.
Proud of our history, sir. You are so proud of our history. You claim ancient Egypt and all the great civilizations that we established.
Yes, indeed. Which you're not. Which you have nothing. You're not ancient Egypt at all, sir. And I could claim ancient Egypt because I talk about the greatness of Africa thousands of years ago, but you're not popping off like that. They had pyramids of gold and great stone, and you have pure.
Now, Tariq, you just outdid yourself, boy. They ain't have no motherfucking golden pyramids. Boy, name the name of the pyramid that was golden in Egypt. I'll wait. Them motherfuckers ain't even built for human interactions. They don't even have steps and doors, though.
Pyramids of cattle dung and flies. So we're not talking about you, sir. They had pyramids of gold and great stone, and you have pyramids of cattle dung and flies. So we're not talking about you, sir. So what are you talking about?
But that's not what he said. That's not what he said when you developed the Hidden Color series. You know, you had all the Pan-Africanists in there. You had all the Pan-Africans like Dr. Umar Johnson. He don't want to fuck with you because you know you're a clown. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fuck with you from those documentaries.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Almost all the people in my films, they're still in my films. I have a new film coming out with most of those people in it now, sir. So, sir, you're just lying like you do back in your homeland. That's why everybody's dropping off.
No, everybody know you're a scam. You're a scam artist.
Oh, you're projecting, sir. Now you're projecting. You're projecting your little scammy, funky mentality, sir. That's what you tethers do. Y'all
Wait,
like
what happened to the museum? What happened to the museum?
I told
museum
you the museum is next to the camel store, sir. Where you got your camel is right next to the camel store, sir. And
this nigga FOB ENT said that Ukrainians are coming. No, 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 no. The Ukrainians are already here. Yeah. They at their food stamp offices right now in California. They out there in your food stamp offices with translators, helping them get all your good American nigga benefits while they here already. Yeah, the Ukrainians are here. And they have translators at bus stops and airports helping these people out get their welfare in this land. They already here.
I heard you getting a saddle for your camel. And that's where the museum is. If you look out, get on top of your camel and look out the window, you'll see the museum. It's right there. It's right there.
But you're a scam artist. Everybody,
no, sir, you're projecting.
You're having a conversation, sir. Stop muting me. Please be respectful. So, what I'm trying to say to you, sir, that you say you're gonna build a museum and create all these jobs, but you took all the money and you ran, just like the scam artist you are. Everybody knows you're a scam artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's why nobody mess with you, dude. So
the flies. So I hear flies. I'm hearing a lot of flies, sir. I can't really hear you that well. There's flies all over, so I really can't.
Stop lying! Stop lying and muting me.
Sir, there's so many flies. Sir, the flies.
Please stop collecting money from.
Sir, can you roll the window up in your Uber? I can't hear you because of the flies, sir. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say to you is that everybody knows that you're a scam artist. That's why nobody messes with you.
Sir, everybody knows, sir, that you are a lying tether. You're trying to project your failure onto me. My community rocks with me, sir. That's why I can raise millions of dollars in a very short period of time, because my community rocks with me, and you had to rock from your community, sir. You had to flee.
And that's some pocket watching ass shit. A lot of niggas do that. Even our own people do that. Like first of all, I'm not going to talk about what Tariq Nasheed and his community that he's been building with, they've been rocking with him, support him with. And a lot of people come out and often say he's a scammer, right? And these are often from people that have no proof, nor have they donated to Tariq Nasheed. None of the people that donate towards him complains about him being a scammer. That's weird to me. And a lot of these, that's a tethered talking point. And a lot of our people in America that's not tethered are even using that same talking point.
Because you couldn't even build a toilet in your homeland. You're out there defecating in the streets with flies all over your face and rice all between your fingernails, struggling trying to get your ass over here to whine under us, sir. How dare you?
Okay, let's have a productive conversation, sir. What is your issue with Africans? Please tell me.
Sir, stop it. You're not having a productive conversation. You're sitting here lying and scamming and projecting, sir, like you did back in your homeland.
Oh, but what is your issue with African immigrants?
Sir,
and why are you radicalizing FBA? Why are you radicalizing FBA? Sir, answer the question. Sir,
why do you radicalize your underarm must?
See, and people trying to make this whole lineage-based thing, us understanding that we Aboriginals or FBA people, understanding that they have American heritage that's not from Africa, it becomes a radical movement. The shit that just recently went down in New York City, they're trying to place this on grassroots organizations like Kwame Brown, the FBA movement. They're trying to say that these people, that guy was a part of these particular structured movements. Which this is not a movement. There's no leader. This is lineage-based checking. This is people literally coming into reality, understanding who they are. This is the shit that they try to do. They try to make it as if we're some type of radical group for understanding and sticking and being outspoken about our lineage. It becomes a radical group to these people that can no longer clout chase off of us.
Sir, I'm talking about you. Your underarms are very radical. That's the issue that I have, sir. The radical funk that's coming from under your arms, sir. That's the only issue that I have. It's you, not immigration. It's tethers like you, sir. That's what I have a problem with.
So now you just want to troll. You don't want to have adult conversation.
Sir,
because you don't even have the intellect. You don't have like a child. You are a child.
You done sat here telling every lie under the sun. All you're doing is trolling. You're not having an intellectual conversation. You're sitting there with that big wide forehead of yours, just making up lies out of that big forehead and spewing anything that comes to that big wide mind of yours. So use that big forehead for something.
No, but you have over 1,100 in the room, so people are.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So and you have over $1,100 in food stamps that you got the minute you fled from your country and came over here to eat off us, and you still want to complain.
That's a fact.
Dare you? How dare you?
You stole your own bitches. You stole your
dude. The only bitches was your mom and your grandmother. I told you that, and I had to let them go because their burqas were musty. And I couldn't make money, dude. Damn. It was just two hoes, your mom and your grandma. That's it. Leave it alone.
So now you want to talk like a teenage boy, huh?
Teenage boys. That's who y'all sell over there. Okay. Well, let's talk about the sex crimes. Y'all sell teenage boys and teenage girls. Y'all love female circumcisions and bussy hopping. Y'all do some real degenerate stuff in your culture, and you try to come over here and project that degeneracy, sir. Shame on you. Shame on you.
So is that all your talking points? Is that all you want to have a real conversation about immigration and some of the like your issues with Africans?
I have zero issues.
If you wanna talk like
I have zero issues with immigrants from Africa, just tethers like yourself, little funky fly infested tethers like yourself who hate on foundational Black Americans. You're jealous of foundational Black Americans, and you are hateful and resentful to foundational Black Americans because
you have nothing to offer, sir. You have nothing to offer to anything.
Yes, sir. So you're over here. You ain't a country for you to come to. You ain't in your homeland. You ain't in your home.
You didn't build the country. You didn't build the country, bitch.
Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. This is a country built by foundational Black Americans, sir. What are you talking about? Turn your microphone on, Tarbosh.
It's a boss, bitch.
The only bitch is your grandmother. The only bitch is your grandmammy with her funky injera smelling ass. And that's why I pimped on her. But go ahead.
Return the money that you stole from the people.
No, your grandmother stole the money that I pimped from her ass. Tell her to return that money. Keep her llama and not give it back. Go ahead.
Everybody know you're a scammer, man. Everybody.
Okay, you're just saying that. Abashir, look, you're saying the same thing over and over, Abashir, and you're just getting boring right now. So, do you have anything constructive besides your little musty whining? Because you're whining and you're getting on my nerves.
You're not constructive. What are you talking about?
Okay, Abashir, listen. This is what you do because now you're talking in circles like a bitch. And I'm going to have to pimp you like I pimp your grandmother, all right? If you don't stop acting like a bitch. So now I'm going to give you one opportunity to be constructive with your conversation. Or I'm going to take your flip-flops off and put some hoe heels on you and put you on the stroll. Now, be constructive.
Listen to me, bitch.
I would take your sandals off and put some damn Manolos on your ass and put you right on that hoe stroll on a dirt road out there in Somalia, nigga. If he's selling bussy for bean pies out there, you fuck with me, nigga. Now be constructive and talk right. Let's talk real. All right.
Okay, let's talk real. What is your issue with Africans? Answer that question.
Okay, you're repeating the same thing.
No, because I want to answer to that question. I want a response from you, sir. Because you cause a lot of issues. You about to lose your account because you cause a lot of issues.
How am I? Bashir, how am I about to lose my account?
It's Kabaz. Say my name.
Whatever. How am I about to lose my account? You ain't got no clout like
Lose
that.
your account because you are divisive.
Okay, y'all been saying that for about.
You are bullying Africans for no reason. You're bullying Africans. Radicalizing FBA, sir.
Bashir, I'm not about to.
You are radicalizing FBA,
sir,
and you are bullying Africans on this app.
Nobody's bullying.
And you are calling violence against Africans, and that's very.
Nobody's causing. You're violent against yourselves at your homeland, sir. That's why you had to flee, Bashir. Nobody's violent against you. The violence is in your homeland. That's why y'all over here.
No, you are xenophobic and you are violent, okay? You need to stop, okay? You need to stop because you are radicalizing the FBA and this.
Dude, the only radical people are the radical people in your homeland that's bombing each other, undermining each other, and devastating the economy to the point where you have to come over here and eat off of us, sir.
So stop clout chasing Africans, man.
Sir, what clout do you have, Kumar? What clout do you have? You have to have clout for us to chase it. What do you have there?
Your name is not even FBA. Tyreek is not even FBA.
Okay, Kumar, stop it. I want to know what clout you have. You don't have no clout. What, elephant meat? What clout do you have? You don't have anything.
Right. What the fuck are we going to clout chase off of any immigrant? Let's just say a Somalian at this point. What are we going to clout chase off of them? That we ain't pirates? We want to be pirates or something? That's a stupid ass shit to do. Oh, because we don't want to give our pussy up to the motherfucking Arabs and go to Saudi Arabia and be a slave for them? Nigga, we don't run from our homeland. We run up on niggas in our homeland. Yeah, we run up on niggas. We don't run away.
For us to chase. The only thing that's being chased are leopards chasing you out of your village and bringing your ass over here, sir. Come on, Kumar.
So my name is not Kumar, first of all.
Whatever your damn name is. Who gives a damn?
Right?
Whatever it is. Okay.
It's Dr. Cobbles.
Okay,
so
anyway.
I asked you a question. All right, let's go back to the discussion. I asked you a question, sir. I say, what is your issues with Africans? Why are you so xenophobic towards Africans? And what's up with the name calling? And why are you bullying and harassing Africans?
But you come over, see, they can come over here and talk shit and show they disdain and pop their insults. But when we start popping off, it becomes, why are you hating on Africa? Boy, sit your ass down. Stop running to America and we'll stop saying shit. Deal? Deal. Stop running.
All you guys do is sit up here calling foundational Black Americans all types of Abibs and Jareers and every name under the book. You guys have so much jealousy and contempt for us, and we've been checking your little asses because of it, and now you want to cry foul. Well, take your ass in the corner and cry by yourself because I don't want to hear it. So have a good day, Bashir.
Why are you calling violence?
Bashir, bye, Bashir. Bye-bye, Bashir. All right. I'm not trying to hear musty whining. Okay.
That nigga said, I ain't trying to hear no musty whining.
You are funny. It's my first time being in here.
Good. How are you, dear?
All right, we're going to skip it up a little bit. Give me a second. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
So it's not a group.
Let's run it back a little bit.
Counter. You've had people in the.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
But what's on your good? What city you in, by the way, Rose?
I'm in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Now, Rose, are you named after your grandmother? Because you're too young to be named Rose. That's you named it.
No, that's not my real name.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, what you got an old name for? Okay. But anyway, thank you so much, Rose. You be good. Let me get okay, we got the transgender person here. Let's talk to some of our LGBT people.
Oh shit!
I try to make this place as inclusive.
Oh shit! You gotta watch out for these people, boy. They sheesh. Let's go.
If it's possible. T.S. Giselle. Some of our LGBT people. I try to make this place as inclusive as possible. T.S. Giselle.
The iconic T.S.
Oh, okay. All right. The iconic T.S. All right. T.S. I don't know what that is rubbing up against the phone, but please move it out the way. Whatever that is rubbing up against the phone. I don't want to know what it is. Just move it out the way so I can hear you better.
Anyway, so Tyreek, so I'm Black American on both sides of my
Yes.
family.
Uh-huh.
And I tried to find a place within the FBA Twitter spaces, but I just felt that I was met with such vitriol, hate, transphobia, homophobia. And I just want to know, is there a place for foundational Black Americans that identify as LGBTQ?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not an organization where you join. If you are a foundational Black American, you just...
In Twitter spaces, it acts as if it's an organization and not a
It's
lineage.
not. I mean, it's...
Because if
Yeah,
it's
it's a lineage.
then I would not face the hate that I've encountered. You've had people in the speaker that have been very nasty to me, a fellow Black American. And to me, it's only because of my gender.
Okay. But there's a lot of LGBT, Black Americans. Nobody really trips on them like that. So why do you think people are tripping on you because of your gender?
I mean, I cannot answer that question. But when I do go into the spaces, it's just a very nasty, hateful conversation. You had a person on stage today that I think is an extremely hateful person.
Man, see, these motherfuckers think they get all these extra motherfucking privileges and shit, man. Seriously.
Very nasty, homophobic and transphobic.
Man, back in the day, that word didn't even exist. What the fuck was a homophobic or a transphobic? That word didn't even exist when I grew up. You understand me? Well, man, this shit done got watered down.
Who is that? Who did I have on?
A vile person.
I don't now. AD and Giselle, I don't know what that is in the background. I hope your balls are not rubbing up against the phone. Whatever that is, you gotta stop. Something's rubbing up against it. Okay.
But that's a transphobic.
I don't know what that is.
Transphobic, Tyreek. We're trying to have a.
See, look, they always talk about this transphobic. You need to get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Serious conversation.
We are, but we're gonna have some fun, and that's not transphobic. I mean, you want to be inclusive? We get on everybody. Come on now, we're inclusive. That's everybody's gonna get hit now. That's not no. We didn't single you out. You see, everybody who calls up, they're gonna get hit. Everybody's gonna get hit with something.
And I'm a mature person. I can handle a joke, but it's very
there you go.
It's very elementary to joke about misgendering a trans person. Like that's so second grade. You can do better than that.
But that's not. But I'm not misgendering you. A lot of you still have your male genitalia. That's not misgendering.
Okay, so
if we're going to be honest.
But this is what happens. So whenever I encounter an FBA space, I'm FBA. The conversation goes towards the route that you're going. For me, it's like I am contemplating even delineating or having any affiliation with FBA because of the vitriol that I face. And it's very discouraging.
But it's not a group, so it's not a group. It's not a group, Giselle. It's not a group. You can't quit something that's not a group. You're either born FBA or you're not. It's not a group that you can
Twitter
quit.
Spaces, though, it operates as a community. I've been called.
But we're not talking about Twitter Spaces.
I've been called off code for having a different opinion.
Now, what is your opinion? And let's be clear, the Twitter Spaces is just a forum online. That doesn't change your lineage, okay? People disagree, they talk or whatever, but a Twitter space is not going to determine what your lineage is. No matter.
Yeah, that motherfucker got all. He want to cancel Tyree. He said, "Nigga, your balls rubbing up against the phone." He said, "That's homophobic." Nigga, you was supposed to laugh at the stupid ass little joke you goddamn little sister. Well, I don't see. That's why I said we can't say certain shit on here because, yeah, I know we can't. We ain't supposed to say certain shit on here, but these people act like they can get on and control the narrative. Seriously. Hey, if y'all can still hear the audio loud and clear, drop the fire emojis. I don't know what that noise is in the back. I think it's coming from the caller that's calling in. I am going to drop the link in the chat so we can dialogue more about whether or not Aboriginals and American Indians agree with immigration. That's the conversation I want to have on the open panel forum. But we're going to get into some of this tether issues that pop up in here. We're going to play a little bit, about 20 more minutes of the video, and then we'll get into the open panel.
So what's being
about 10 more minutes of the video.
And I agree with you. The problem, Tariq, is that's your opinion, but for the people that post the Twitter spaces, they don't feel that way, and they certainly don't have dialogue, in that case.
Now, let's be clear. Now, I've stood up and fought for many Black people, transgender, Black LGBT, especially in this Ed Buck situation. I was very instrumental early on with getting justice for the LGBT brothers who were harmed by the suspected white supremacist Ed Buck, and they finally put him in jail for 30 years, which I don't think was enough. But again, I used to provide a forum years ago, having LGBT brothers call up telling us about Ed Buck and how they knew about him. So we've always worked with our LGBT brothers and sisters. That's not a problem. The only issue that some people might take is
what type of LGBTQ person are you accepting us? Because from what I see, and this is my opinion, because I do know, I am friends with Marcel. We've had conversation. However, it appears that if you're someone like me, so I am Black, clearly, but I'm also a trans woman. Those things are synonymous with me. They're one and the same. I don't distinguish the two communities. I am Black, but I'm also trans. I don't hide my gender or sexuality. It seems like you guys like people, Black LGBTQ people that are still closeted. So when you say, well, we don't care about what you do in the bedroom, just keep it in your house. Why do we have to keep that in the house? We should be out and about on TV like everyone else, in public, in the media, in press. That's the problem that I have. Is that
this is what it's
I'm sorry.
Okay, this is what it's okay. What it's because when y'all start talking like
they get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant up. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world.
I don't know what the hell that was.
That what it sounds like ultimately when you break it all down, because look, when Black folks say, hey, we don't care what you do, well, you should care. And when y'all keep talking, it ultimately gets to basically, how come y'all don't date me? That's what it really boils down to when you start peeling the layers back. That's where this is going. What y'all wanted people to date you. And if we have a choice not to want to date you, that's our choice. Let's be very clear, because I can see where this is going, and that's where the argument is going. If we don't want to date a person who's a trans person, no, because that's where this is really going. Y'all really want, okay, how come y'all just won't date us? How come y'all Black dudes don't want to openly date us? That's really where it's going. And some of us don't want to. Shit, we have a choice not to want to date you. Do you think that's fair, that Black men should have a fair choice to not want to date a trans person?
So I have no idea what you're talking about, Tariq, but yeah, people can date who they want to date. I was trying to have a serious dialogue with you. I'm
very serious.
I understand the point that you're trying to make.
I'm being very serious, because that's usually where the conversation goes. When you talk about we're not accepting of you or whatever, no, we don't care what you do. But you just say, well, yeah, I want to be open, I want to be out. No, that goes into the dating thing, because you're already open and out. If you're walking around and you're being a trans person, you're already open, you're already out. So what do you mean by that? You understand?
So there's a lot of disrespect, the misgendering in particular, that happened my entire life. And it's just very juvenile to not be able to
misgendering how? What do you mean misgendering how?
So I don't have any affiliation with a man. So bro, bruh, brother, in many Secure the Tribe spaces, the constant misgendering, even though some may be joking, it's ill will intent. And it's
Okay, and let me tell you. Okay,
immature. And so
hold
when we
on.
say we won't respect, that's what we mean. No one cares.
Okay,
No one is.
okay, hold on, because these are now white LGBT talking points. These are things that the white LGBT
But I'm
community
black, so
gives
that's
to
so
talk. I
I'm
know
black. I
this,
know this is
but
a talking
but
point
now
that you
you're
guys
sounding like
share.
the you're sounding like them. You're sounding like those white LGBT people with all that misgendering talk. That's their talking point, and that's probably one of the issues that some black people have with you. If you sound like you're team white supremacy, yeah, we're going to have a problem with you. Because if you come around us and you have allegiances to the white LGBT community, if you look at yourself as an intersectional, that's a problem to us.
So I've heard that point made multiple times, but I think it's very a one-sided argument. Um, I don't know that the white LGBTQ organization, even though its origins are with Black trans people and Black gay people, I don't know that there's really any value to Black LGBTQ people. So I don't know what you mean when you say white supremacy talking points, because that's not really an organization that really supports us.
I know this. I know they don't, but you guys, that don't stop y'all from trying to get in good with them. And you use their talking points and you use a lot of their rhetoric. The white LGBT community, they're just as racist as the white straight community. So when you come around us, all we want to know is what are you going to do to help us attack and get rid of the system of white supremacy? That's what we're looking at.
And for us to do that, we have to have a voice as well and be able to be represented and have representation, and not just from Black LGBTQ people that are with.
This whole conversation is some TWT shit, time wasting tactics. This is time wasting. This is time wasting tactics right here. Facts. If y'all can't understand that, I don't know what to tell y'all.
On the same code or message.
Okay, what is your voice in relation to replacing the system of white supremacy? What is your voice? Because if you get a voice and start talking about your agenda, now we ain't talking about the same thing.
So in regards to, why Black, and I cannot speak for all Black LGBTQ people, I can only speak for myself, but Tarika, and this is 100% honest, being honest with you, I have never been called faggot by a white person, only Black men and Black women.
And that's why you don't have a voice, because again, if you get a voice, and this is the problem.
I have never been misgendered by a white person.
Okay, this is you putting the cape on for white people. Here, this is why people have a problem with you.
I'm telling you my experience.
All right, this is why they have a problem, because this is caping for white people. Oh, white people, it's y'all niggas that treat me bad, not the white people. That right there is a problem. Do you see how that is problematic?
But how is my experience problematic? Now, I'm not saying, first of all, let me be very clear. I don't even have any white friends outside of work.
Because that's typical of a lot of people who come in with the intersectionality mentality.
But it's our experience as Black LGBTQ people. Perhaps maybe Black lesbians have a different experience because there is a double standard in the Black American community. We seem to be more accepting of lesbians. That may be a bit of a generalization, but I don't know that Black lesbians receive the same vitriol as homosexual Black men, or certainly not trans people. But in my experience, I'm telling you the truth. I've never been misgendered to my face by a white person, nor they,
because you don't have daily interactions with white people because they don't allow you to. That's a very bad faith argument.
Absolutely false, Tyree.
You don't live in a white neighborhood. No, you don't live in a white neighborhood. I absolutely do live in a white neighborhood. White people don't give you access to their communities like that, especially the white LGBT communities. You just admitted that. You said you're not really down with the white LGBT community like that. A lot of you aspire to be, but you don't get anything from them and you don't live among them like that.
So
you understand?
I also live in a majority white neighborhood. I don't live in a majority Black neighborhood. I have my reasons for that.
Uh-huh.
But and my
And do you work? And Giselle, do you work? Do you work?
Yes, I do.
Where do you work? Do you work a square job, or are you in the sex industry?
Both.
Okay, and that's another thing. Again, there's always this thing where Black folks, especially many people in the Black LGBT community, you have to work on the.
See this conversation, man. When they want to be like down and you can keep it real. No, you need to get your sissy ass on, man. Straight the fuck up. Y'all fucking up our kids' minds, man. Straight up. I'm standing with Boosie. You can't cancel the real. Take your sissy ass on, man. Seriously. You ain't bringing shit beneficiary to the motherfucking community besides causing disruption and confusion amongst the youth. Take your sissy ass on, man.
Underbelly of white society. The only relationship you have with them is a red light district relationship. It's this plantation, gutter sex type of relationship, which is indicative of the system of white supremacy. And that's a problem. And just because the tricks are nice to you, that doesn't mean that you're still not under a system of white supremacy. This is why it's so easy for you to sit up and attack Black people and say what Black people are doing wrong, but you got the capes on for the white people.
But why is it that I'm attacking my own people? Because I'm telling the truth of my experience.
Well, it's not systematic. Just because you've had some experiences with Black people who called you a name. No, it's not. What system is allowing that? What Black system do we control?
I think that, I hate to, speak in general terms, but I honestly do believe that if you were to survey a majority of Black LGBTQ people, we certainly have had the most negative experiences with our own fellow Black people.
What system?
That's not talking down on
what
Black people,
system do we control?
I want us to be better and more accepting. There are other races that I do think are more accepting of the LGBT community.
Accepting how? Where are we not accepting you? You're accepted everywhere among Black society, in Black churches, Black homes.
Because we live in America, and a lot of the content that I hear in these spaces, you have to make them online because you can't make them at work or on your social media because you would be terminated from your job because it's hate. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But
okay, you're losing me. I don't know what you're talking about. You just lost me.
What you say.
Okay, you kind of lost me on that. I'm going to ask you again because you kind of lost me. Where are you not accepted in Black society? Black LGBT people, they go everywhere in Black society. You're all over it. So who's not accepting you? What are Black people denying you? We don't have a system to deny you of anything.
So accepting, of course, this Erica, we have free will to do and go as we choose and please. But when you're in a room and people are uncomfortable with you,
that's anecdotal. That's anecdotal. What are Black people systematically denying you?
And like I said, dude's not even a tether. This is just time wasting tactics. He's not for the fighting of Black people and getting our shit together because he done already sold out. If you done bent over and gave your pussy to the white man, you're not about to fight. Sorry.
Let's get Alberta in here.
Sorry, it's not.
What's up, Alberta?
If you done gave up that pussy, you're not gonna fight. Sorry.
How's it going, Tariq?
What's going on, Alberta? You're the Canadian guy, right?
How do you fucking know about me, first of all?
Okay, well, first of all, watch your little potty mouth, Mr. Man.
Shut the fuck up, Tariq, boy.
Okay,
you lame.
Okay, calm down, Mr. Mayonnaise Man. Good Lord. You had a bump of that crystal meth that got you very hyped. Calm down. All right, Mr. Man. All right, pull your pants up. You're not.
All right, we're gonna get into the second part of the dialogue, which is do Aboriginal / American Indians agree with immigration, or what is your opinion on immigration? The link is in the chat.
With your Boy Scout instructor, pull your pants up. You're getting too excited too soon. All right, now let's try this again. Now you're trolling, but at least pace your trolling. Pace your trolling.
Tariq, I'm
Okay.
not patiently trolling you. You are one of the biggest trolls I've ever known. The most successful FBA troll that is in existence.
Yes, indeed. All right. So
At least you admitted it. At least you admitted it.
I might be. So
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
White
you
Man,
definitely are. You definitely are. I already see through.
Okay, stop babbling. Okay, don't be a bitch now. You're babbling like a bitch. Now slow down. Take a bite of your tuna casserole and relax. Now, we'll say what's on your mind.
There's no tuna casserole here, my guy. There's
Go
just
ahead. Now, what's on your mind? Now, what city are you in, by the way, sir?
Edmonton, Alberta.
Okay, there you go. All right, so did you have anything constructive that you wanted to include in the dialogue, sir?
I don't know, Tariq. I just feel like you're pretty reactionary and you say a lot of things to get a lot of people up in arms and against each other. But that's just my opinion, you know. Apparently, opinions and respect can't be quantified. And my respect for you is impossible to quantify because, I mean, there's not really.
Now, why do you think I rile people up? What do you think I do to rile people up?
Man, you do this shit on purpose, bro. It's hilarious. Like, we're aware of what you do.
What do I do besides tell the truth?
No. You don't tell the truth. You abuse the mute button. You'll talk over people. This is all for your own enjoyment on your own YouTube channel.
What truth do I not tell? How do I not tell the truth?
I didn't come here to debate you yet. If you want to come debate me at some other
because you're saying stuff that you know is not true. All right. That's why you cannot debunk anything. Corbin. Now, Corbin, can you tell?
I'm gonna end it right there, man. We got Don P on here. We're gonna get to Don P. We're gonna allow some other brothers and sisters to hit that link. So hit that link that's in the chat if y'all want to come on, have the dialogue, whether or not you agree or disagree with immigration. If you're American Indian or Aborigine or so-called FBA, man, we're gonna give y'all 60 seconds to hit that link. We're gonna give y'all 60 seconds to hit that link. We'll be right back.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not.
Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up. On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled highway, ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hot and black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the guards of the gate. So when they say they fear God, now you know what they made.
Yo. Peace and blessings, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all do your due diligence by hitting that like button, sharing the live stream. My channel has been shadow banned for the last month or so. So make sure y'all hit that like button. You got to work extra hard to share the live stream. We're going to get into the dialogue now. What's up, Don P?
Yo, what's good, Big AB? Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you pretty loud and clear.
Yeah, man. I took my girls out on vacation, man. So, like, you know, I've been out for a little minute.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Gotta let them get out and have a good time sometime.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But according to the question you asked, man, I'm not really down for immigration. It serves no purpose to our community at all. At all. It doesn't serve any type of purpose to our community at all. I don't see any pros for it. You know what I mean? All I see is just a bunch of undermining. And for the dudes in the chat who's talking about, you know, Tariq Nasheed is hating on Africans and he's not doing that to Ukrainians. If you notice, the only people who want the smoke is the people who usually call up the Twitter spaces. You know what I mean? And it's usually the tethers.
That's true.
That's just what it is. If a Ukrainian
I don't see why any of these other people that don't have to have an issue with them never get up there and talk to him. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fact. And as far as like that transgender dude who called up, there's a reason why he always gets smoked. He be trying to use time wasting tactics. And when you on call, that's just another form of disrespect. When you just trying to time waste.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That was definitely some time wasting, trolling ass shit right there. And like I said, they think they got the right to just come speak on anything that we got going on. Like, no, man, y'all don't get no extra rights. And when we make jokes about everybody else, they don't call hate crimes. But as soon as a motherfucker make a joke about one of them sissies, it's a goddamn hate crime. That's some bullshit, man. Straight up.
yeah, it is, man. That's why I can't really speak too much on the LGBT community on your platform because you know how YouTube is. They're very protective of them. Very protective. They
Yeah,
even
man.
you even think you're trying to say something negative about them. Oh, that's a hate crime. That's hate speech. And that's not the case. Y'all trying to crowbar they trying to crowbar themselves in our conversations and undermining our efforts. That shit needs to be called out. Point
Yeah,
blank period.
we don't want to hear shit about no hate crime, man. We don't give a damn. They want us to be able to just be watered down and be sensitive and shit. Like, hell no. We going back to the ruggedness. If we can't say what we mean and mean what we motherfucking say, then it ain't no point for us to even be dealing with this system at all. It's a fake system. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, the injusticeness is obviously a blatant what happens to our people. And justice got to be restored. You feel what I'm saying? And it's too much. And the system lean towards certain shit because they indulge in this whole wrapped up caste system. You feel what I'm saying? This freaky, deaky ass shit, this LBG community shit. They try to push that shit on black people. Why you think they made Obama be the president to legalize this shit, intersex marriage and shit?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
This is
Shit.
the whole tactic, man.
People
This
don't
is a
mind
whole
it.
warfare. To allow these people to come in as equals to us is part of warfare, man. This is war.
That's exactly what it is. I agree. And you know what, man? A good example of the time wasting bullshit that they put us through. Look no further than Black Lives Matter. I know a lot of us we didn't associate with that organization, but we understood the saying. And
Right.
look,
Yeah, when that shit was originally, it wasn't even no movement. It wasn't even no organization. Rest in peace, Darren Seals. You know what I'm saying? These guys was just waking up what was going on in their community, man.
yeah,
And these
Darren
niggas
Phillips
took
was a
that
rider.
bread and made money off of it and turned it into this whole LBG cover up,
Yeah,
foreign cover up.
that's exactly what it was. And that's disrespectful to my face. The moment we talk about getting benefits for our community, they want to come up, oh, what about LGBT? Like, nigga, you born, your lineage is our lineage. Whether I don't care what your sexuality is. When you try to when you trying to put the LGBT um issues in the forefront, you inviting other groups into that shit. I don't care what
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
sexuality is.
Oh, I'm a dude. And I'm a male. Do I get the, you know what I mean? Am I FBA because I'm a dude? Nigga, you set your confused ass on, man.
That's a fact, man.
Like you some new creature or something. Nigga, you just a confused motherfucker, man. You gonna either lean towards this or that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, man, this shit be weird.
Yo, can you imagine that shit? You working at a job or whatever, and you see a dude come up and you classify him as, "I dude, okay, bro. Oh, I'm not a dude," and you can actually get in trouble for that. Oh
Man,
man,
that's some bullshit. See, that's why we gotta stand up for this shit. This is war. This is war, man.
yeah, that's crazy, man. We definitely got to speak up on that. We really
And
do.
look, we got youth that's growing up gonna have to get into this dating game. They're gonna be in the social game, and if they making this shit where these people ain't gotta announce who they is or they can hide and all these, man, this shit gonna be man, this shit gonna fuck up our youth's mind, man. They literally trying to turn this bitch to Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's a
Seriously.
that's a fact. If you want to take out the warrior class in our community, that's the best way to do it. Is attack our youth,
Yeah,
especially the brothers.
once she give up some bussy or get in some boy bussy, you ain't fighting for success and for your people. You give up some bussy and get in some bussy, you ain't fighting, nigga. You done gave up. It's over with.
He don't
You
submit it.
know what I'm saying? Seriously, seriously, it's not gonna happen. That's what they trying to do. Got these damn things running around here. These men running around here and these women running around here confused and shit.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
It's a crime for us illustrating and elaborating on the confusion that's going on. That's illegal now.
And you know what's crazy, man? That's what the Democrats is doing. They looking at these conversations and they was like, "Oh, you guys want reparations, but what about the LGBT community?" That's why it's so disrespectful.
That's
For
weird. It don't even make no sense to even bring that shit up. And a lot of these motherfucking niggas be going with it. And a lot of this shit is getting ushered in by the foreign tether group. A lot of this ain't even our ideas.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Yeah, but as far as like the immigration and shit goes, man, it just doesn't benefit us at all. We shouldn't vote for that at all. Shit, we all we got. At the end of the day, we all we got. And as long as we codified and we about each other, and when I say each other, I'm talking about the Aborigines and the FBA. That's all that matters. Everybody else just gonna have to fall back to the wayside. I don't care who you dating. I don't care who you friends with. You heard me on your show said it a month ago, whatever, who my friends was. But at the end of the day, I'm on code with my brothers and sisters.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. We got to get on code, man. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, it's about educating our youth, getting them prepared for the system ahead, and how they can help benefit and change it. There's ways it's not going to be some shit that's going to happen overnight. And you know what I mean? It ain't going to be everybody getting aboard. We just need a collective and a few good people that's willing to put this shit out. You feel me? So, and they're willing to put in the work.
Yeah, man. And
Weirdness is the new norm. It's true. Weirdness is the new norm, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to the dude who said that. Oh, T Portier, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that term's homophobia, man. Yo, remember that Genuine when he was sitting on the couch and that transgender dude tried to kiss him and he ducked that and the
Yes,
transgender
they made a big deal about that shit.
that the narrative was, oh man, he's homophobic, and it's like that's the narrative you're trying to spill.
Oh yes, because he don't want to let another dude kiss him.
Yeah,
now, that's some bullshit. When the world came to the point where it's a hate crime when you don't let another dude kiss you. Now that's some bullshit. You can't tell me that this world ain't going down this system is overrun by Greek freaks and all kind of darkness, man. All kind of darkness, man. This shit ain't not part of our culture, man. You don't see no freaky shit like that going on.
It is, man. That's open up Pandora's box. Because if you're gonna normalize shit like that, then what else is gonna be normalized? We don't know what comes after that.
They already legalized all kind of weird shit where it ain't rape if you do shit to a kid in different ways. This has already been established in certain states. Transgender is quick to rub up on that. They got these transgender bathrooms. It's open up opportunities for kids to get, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's becoming an awkward, very, very uncomfortable situation for our youth at this point.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But I always said this, man. I give you all the credit in the world, man, just for being on code and still standing 10 toes down, even when you was getting shots thrown your way from people within your own community, man. I respect that, man. And like I said, I've been out not just on vacation, but I just been learning. Sometimes it's better just to shut up and listen sometimes.
That's a
and
fact.
observe. You know what I mean? So Hey man, much props to you, bro.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Hey, the link is in the chat too. I want to read. I want to reiterate. April the 30th, the battle rap event is going down. Job Bricks versus Schemes. Big Aboriginal Power versus Out the Blue 40. April the 30th, Vortex Battle League. Shaka Zulu meets Montezuma event is going down. All right, Pan African versus Aboriginals is going down. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all tap in.
Yeah, you had us dying. I was tuned into that show where y'all was going at it. You and the other supposed to battle rap, and we
Yeah.
dropped. I dropped the couch on one of my uncle's feet, man, because you had me dying, bro.
Damn, tell my bad, man. I know his toe still messed up
Yeah,
right
he was
there.
hot. He was hot. He heard what you said. We both bust out laughing. I dropped the shit. I was like, damn, my beat.
Damn, shout out to yeah, but nah, these niggas dead, man. They gonna die bad, man. It's gonna be a good event, man. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a classic. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap into the event. Yeah, man, y'all hit the link, man. I see some people got some opinions about immigration. Maybe y'all hit the link. Maybe y'all want to add some clarity, need clarity. Hit the link, man. I see they shadow banning me on my views, man. They gotta push this live out. Y'all gotta hit that like button and share the live stream. Very, very important for you guys to hit that like button and share the live stream.
Hey, when they start shadow banning you, that's how you know you're doing something right, B.
Right.
That's how you know you're doing something right.
That's a fact. There's no difference than stop Asian hate. Yeah, that Asian hate was a fluke.
Yeah, that's crazy. They took it,
Can't
and you
be no.
notice how a lot of the celebrities that's supposed to be in our community was co-signing that shit.
Yeah, a lot of them was coons. I seen a lot of them. What's the name? Girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Chris Brown, Kamaruchi, whatever the fuck her name is. Gilly the kid and his wife. I seen a whole bunch of coons out there advocating for that shit.
Right, right. That right there, that shows your character right then and there. You gonna co-sign that? That's dangerous. Because especially up top in New York, yo, you bump into an Asian dude, that's a hate crime right there. We know how harsh that could be. But we're not protected.
Yeah,
That's why we just gonna have to protect ourselves. We're gonna have to police ourselves. We're gonna have to totally just
I mean, at this point, they leave us no option but to police ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not going to be justice in the policing from any other ethnicity, any other people besides our stock. So we have to start taking shit into our own hands. This is what do for self mean. If you can't do for self and self-sustain, then there's no point for nothing else. You feel me? We got to at least work on that and work towards other goals simultaneously. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Y'all hit the lane, man. Sammy, woke is the new sleep. Y'all been talking crazy on the chat. Hit the link.
I ain't even know who been. I know it's always a troll or two talking cash shit. And I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the chat till now. I ain't seen nobody say nothing in a while. But yeah, definitely hit that link. A1 reparations. What's up, big bro? Root words. What's up, G? Hit that link, root words. Foundational Black American status. I help my people every day. Coop the bully. Hey, that's a fact, G. Sometimes we ain't gotta exploit and put people on camera. To me, it's a lot of people that just they live their life just they give a motherfucker $1, they be like, wait, hold on, let me pull my camera out. Let me videotape this. Watch it. You know what I mean? They want to videotape every little thing that they do for the people. I don't know. I'm not here to exploit my people if they down in situation. I'm not here to exploit my people if they most down situation. You feel what I'm saying? Seriously. I'm here to elevate my people. I'm here to give them motivation. You understand me? Inspiration. You understand me? So
Yeah, that's what liberty is, man. Just doing stuff that's behind the scenes, man, doing the right thing behind the scenes, man. That's
Right,
that, that's what integrity is at the end of the day.
right. Hey, we got Jan Ronner, we got Fact Checks Woodward on here, and we got brother Vic in the back. I'm gonna let you on in just a second, brother Victor. Shout out to Victor in the back. What's going on, Root Words and Ryan? I mean Jan.
So
Peace, peace, peace.
salute to you, brother. Salute to you, Al Power. Keep it up. Hit the like, subscribe, Don P. Hope everybody doing okay. What and the other brother, Jan. Salute,
Salute,
Jan.
bro.
Hope everybody doing all right.
Man, we
Glad you
good.
back on, man.
Yourself, bro.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. I don't even go to nobody else's channel. I'll be happy when you come on. I'll be like, yes. Go live more, nigga. But I digress.
I'm gonna start doing the late night bills again too. So don't trip, don't trip. Good to see y'all all back around, man. Jan, what's up? What's up, Victor? What's going on with it, brother?
Peace, peace. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Victor. What's going on?
No, just chilling, enjoying the conversation. Wait for my turn to get in.
Hey, you got the flow, G. You fresh on. State your name. Let everybody know where you calling from. Then you can get into your spiel, my G.
All right, this is Vic from Philly. New to the pro-black sector. I was over there at the Manosphere, but can't mess with them dudes no more, man. So
It
just
got
over
yo.
here with you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but I'm familiar with the Manosphere, man. What made you hop off of that, man? Just real quick, man.
Explain that to us. What is the manosphere?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Y'all elaborate on all that, please.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll have you go. You probably know more about it than I do.
When they, basically talk down on reparations, man, I was done. I mean, the mission was supposed to be to help black men and help black boys, and I don't see how you do that by talking down on reparations. That didn't make any sense to me. So I was like, I'm good, man. Plus, on top of that, if you don't agree with it, just be quiet. Why would you talk? Why would you talk down on it? And plus, I use the same talking points that everybody else uses that's against it. So I was like, I'm good, man. What good is it? I've been listening to these dudes for 5 years, donating and all that, and as soon as something come along for all of us to, come up, here they come. You know what I'm saying it's stupid, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, the same old dumb crap, man. So I was like, I'm good, man. And as y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but it's all falling apart anyway because now these dudes is on the FBI list because they linking them to this Frank James dude because he was subscribed to a lot of them dudes over there. So I'm good. What I mean, I don't want to take be long winded.
Do you think that us FBA or people that have black lineage all through the Americas, do you think we have to jump on board that we're Aboriginal and indigenous to America to get our reparations? Because there's the narrative that I'm being told by all the black people since my mom was 6, is we get reparations from slavery. And I heard, because I don't agree with that story, but I heard that the Europeans and the Africans sold was the main culprits in that story. So how is America going to give y'all some reparations unless y'all had something going on that was aboriginal to America? I digress.
Well, if you're asking me, it's supposed to be from what's that, 1865 to 1965. So all of the atrocities that we went through in that 100-year time period, you're supposed
That's
to
what I
be,
want to ask you.
yeah.
Was we fighters? And fighters can get their ass whooped and get tortured too and go through bullshit. We went through some bullshit, or did we just get smacked around bullshit? Which one? You know what I'm saying? Because there's two different. Like there's a lot of people that's looking
I
for.
see what you're saying. What was people going to war and became casualties and POWs of the conflict, or was these people literally manhandled and forced physically into their servitude? How did this work?
Well, I mean, everybody got different stories, how it worked, but basically what we're fighting for is recompense for, what's that, Field Order 15 that says it's a debt that they owe. that was taken back by Andrew Jackson. So if you owe the IRS, they damn sure gonna want their damn money. So how is it that you say you owe me something and you're gonna give it to me, but then you don't give it to me? So we coming for our check. You know what I'm saying? You wrote the order. You said you was going pay us pay us for the atrocities that you committed to our people. Now you owe that. So that's what we're
What
fighting for.
atrocities? That's what I'm asking. What atrocities? Like, was it like war and atrocities, genocide of war? Was it or was it some other shit? That's what I think the problem with us as a collective don't know. Like when you write a claim or when you write any type of that bullshit stuff, you gotta put what you're claiming. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what are you claiming they did to us? Because I'm claiming we went to war and lost and went through the atrocities that way.
But you can go right now on Butch Rocket, but you can go right on his channel now. He just did a video and he named the 85 laws that you say wouldn't do business with us.
Your mic horrible.
So that ain't enough evidence for you right there.
You have to come on and come back in, or your mic.
Check.
I'll go back.
Yeah, do that. Get out and come back in. Hey, don't block nobody in the chat, y'all. Don't block nobody in the chat. Big brother, take shine, stand there. That's all good. Don't block nobody in the chat. It's all good.
Hey, Root Rose. See, that's the thing. I'm still learning about that, so I'm confused. Are you? And I don't want to put no words in your mouth, so I want you to clarify it. Are you saying that us trying to get reparations because of slavery, are you saying that's the wrong way to go about it because slavery didn't exist?
My opinion of it, I'm a Moor, but now I claim this black stuff again because it's my lineage. The only way to get reparations is to say you Aboriginal to America to understand the full story that happened. Now, I ain't saying go away from black. I ain't saying don't go away from our spirit. But when you understand that the only way we're going to get reparations is through what we did Aboriginal to this land. There was somehow when certain people left Africa, they forgot all about that shit and connected with the people of this land. And I just think that that's how the Haitians got their stuff and the Jamaicans from England and them other countries. So I think we have to go through the war way of doing that, except for because the other way they're just saying people were smacking us around, raping us, and just took some shit from us. And these stories it's impossible, bro. Just nobody. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. So, all right. So let's just say I do agree with you, right? Don't you agree that a lot of laws was passed through certain narratives being placed into the air? For instance, the hate on Asians, right? They were saying that a lot of black folks was going around committing hate crimes on Asians. Now we all know that shit ain't true. It's not true. It's only a few tethers here and there committing crimes like that on a random, and most of them is sick in the head. But because of that narrative, they pass bills to support that. So what I'm saying is the narrative going around the entire country, even up until this day, it was taught around schools that we was enslaved. You see what I mean? And the white media, they agree with that narrative as much as they don't want to. We agree with that narrative, but and I'm saying that because of narratives, bills support that. So that's what I'm saying. Do you see what I mean?
I agree. It all has to do with bills. So when we don't start talking like, like over like in the Aboriginal and the Moorish community, it's more of a law set, and you might have to change your order up, or you have to put things in order. So it's like Aboriginal power saying it's more self-preservation and self-law and self-determination. It ain't really going to ask these people, oh God, y'all did this to us, and I think y'all owe us this shit. I think it's more we go to 1865 and say, look, these laws was this, and we Aboriginal Indigenous to America, FBA, and we got our political force, and we want to change that law. Now I'm agreeing with you. Change that fucking law. I can name 20 laws that we should be ready to die for. Them are laws. Them ain't that ain't slavery and let me make sure I say this right. That ain't the DASA 4 or that ain't atrocities. That's a law. So you're correct. If you're the representative of FBA for me now because you're talking law out of Chris.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm coming from with it is usually laws is passed through narrative. It's rarely through truth. You know what I mean? It's passed down through a narrative. If everybody has a clear understanding what the narrative is, then that's how laws get passed. That happened with the civil rights generation. That happened with Jim Crows and all that. I mean that happened throughout our whole history. It's not always what the truth is, it's what the narrative is.
Right.
That's why new black media is so important because once the news spin a certain narrative and then the law backs it up, and then it, you know what I mean, 9 times out of 10 is over for us. But because we got people like Aboriginal Power speaking up for what's real, we got brothers like Tariq Nasheed for speaking up for what's real and pointing out another narrative that supports us and sticking to it, standing 10 toes down. That's how we could get stuff done. Like regardless of what the truth is back then. And I'm not against the truth at all. I'm not, but I do understand in this country, in this white supremacist country, it's not about what's the truth, it's about what the narrative is. That's what I'm saying.
And like you said, I think the majority of white supremacy is laws. I don't think it's just a million white men going around here or a million sellout coons or a million dirty Moors. I think it's the laws that they go by. So you're making a good point that white supremacy and laws go hand in hand, and FBA and other people that want to get along need to understand that. Now most of us gonna have to start getting into reading. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying to hide anything from a black man, put it in the book.
I agree, bro. I agree 100%, man. I can't argue that.
So whenever we start talking about law to black folks, we're gonna have to open up that Black Law Dictionary, and they're gonna go through a spiritual awakening. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a different narrative that you're bringing to the table, and I respect it. Yeah, I've never heard a black person talk about the laws that need to be changed. They always talk about, well, the white man always this, and we can't do it for ourselves. You just said a perfect plan. Look up a couple of laws. I know a couple of laws that need to be changed that goes directly against us. Yeah, so I mean that's a good point to, from my opinion of it, to start our FBA movement off on. What's up with the laws? Like black. I ain't saying don't claim black, but in law, I think you need to capture that name. You know, certain things that we could talk about, but I'm just like, it's a good subject, bro. And I just don't think that a lot of black people I see or FBA or B1 or really too many people that talk reparations talking from a law perspective, like you just said, bro, without aggression.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. So when I first came into this space, a lot of things you were saying at first I didn't get because, and that's my thing. Even Aboriginal Power, he stated to a degree, but it seemed like he understood for me what the enemy was. So I understand in the context of what he was talking about. When he was talking about, you know, maybe we should substitute black for this, or maybe we should do this instead of that. I understood that, okay, yo, the dude know who's the enemy is. So when he's talking about certain laws and speaking in terms of the black law, what do y'all call it? The Black Law Dictionary or something? What is it called? The Book of Black Laws?
You got Black Laws Dictionary 1 through 5, classification of values. You have Boubier's Dictionary, Law Dictionary.
Got you. See, and that's the thing. When you were speaking that, and I know that you understood what the enemy is. That's the thing. Like now, I'm more open to listening to that because I'm like, okay, he understands. Or even if you don't call it white supremacy, you could call pill degeneracy or whatever you want to call it. If I know that you understand who the enemy is at the end of the day, then I'm like, okay, maybe he's speaking from a point of view of strategizing while understanding who the enemy is. But if you're speaking from a point of view of somebody who I think don't understand who the enemy is, then it's a lot harder for a person like me to like even meet you halfway on that. Do you see what I mean? So that's why when people talk about blacks this and we shouldn't use blacks, we got to understand, okay, where you coming from with that? Is it the fact that you don't want to be black? You know what I mean? You don't want to be a brother. You don't want to be a sister. And that's the thing. Like that's why we gotta have these conversations so we know at the end of the day, like where you coming from with it. Because the way I see you, you my brother. You know what I mean? Like I talked about Khalid Muhammad and all the leaders who fought for us under the guise of black. Like that was a huge thing. That was a huge thing, and that's just like Booby said. That's hard to throw away.
But you gotta understand, as much as I'm FBA or my lineage is black all the way back to the 1860s. That's my lineage. I can't even if I don't like it and don't want to accept it, I have to understand that's what my people was claiming. But it's a semantic trick in that we can't claim that, bro, on paper and spiritually, because it let like one of our spiritual leaders, spiritual, just a talker, Tariq Nasheed said it opens up the door for Africans to come in and say, me black too. Me a black man. You feel what I'm saying? And they're not black. They're Congolese. They're Ethiopian. They're Egyptian. They're Nigerian. You know, that's their shit. And then that'll open up our brains to let us understand who we are. We're Americans. We're Aboriginal. We're indigenous. We're FBA. You know, I claim more, but it's putting us to this land, and it's taking everybody else away from this land if we don't claim black on the way we used to claim it. You feel what I'm saying? It's putting the truth out there that can't be penetrated.
Yeah, I see what
So
you're saying
black is
now.
a very, very dangerous word that us blacks need to just go in and talk about it one day. But I digress.
No. I see what you're saying now. Like in the space that I am right now, I understand what you're talking about. Like if you had told me that, what is it, 3-4 months ago, I probably would have been arguing with your ass all day. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna use black. Da 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 da. But like, I'm more open to understanding what it is now. I'm doing my research. I understand what it is now. You know what I mean? So nah, man, you absolutely right. I don't disagree with you.
That's why I call Tariq Nasheed the spiritual guide, is because boy, he'll put a spirit out there. Motherfuckers don't like that truth. They don't like that spiritual truth. But he still opens up the door for
You funny as hell.
the contract. There you go. That we should be getting away from. That's the best. That contract is hell in black. And so I understand why everybody like, oh, shit, nigga, I ain't with that contract, but it's a hypocrisy because they know that bloodline go all the way back to the 1860s. So it's just about
Absolutely.
opening up your brain, man. That's the best I can say.
No, absolutely. And as far as Tariq Nasheed goes, you can tell that, you know, the Aboriginal information, from what I can see. Oh,
I hate when my phone do that. Man, Aboriginal power salute for this though, but I just don't think that. I think that FBA or the people that are listening have no choice but to say now that they're Aboriginal or indigenous to America.
Yeah,
That's
once
the
you start
best I can say.
recognizing, once you start saying that you're not African, this is what the FBA mostly say. They're not African and that they're checking their lineage. Who's more equipped to talk about lineage in America, which is Aboriginal lineage, than the motherfucker who's been teaching Aboriginal history and culture? So that's why I shout out brothers like Chief Holiday, Aboriginal TV, Big Brother Jaguar Omac. You see what I'm saying? Uh Taunton is one. Truth. There's brothers out there that put the information out, man. You feel me? That been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Tariq Nasheed can't talk about Aboriginal information like because he new to this. This shit he still need to learn. You see what I'm
Only thing
saying?
I hate. Oh, salute. A1. I apologize. Salute.
Shout out to A1. We got a Taunton's one on the panel. Shout out to my brother Taunton's one. Peace, big bro.
Peace to all the Aborigines, North, South, Central, and the conjoining islands, man. Peace to the gods and the goddesses as well. What's up, Rude Word? How you doing, bro?
Shit. Hope we both doing great, brother. Hope we both doing great. I'm doing all right though, bro.
salute, hey, man. I've been checking out your videos too, man.
No doubt. Well, what's your name, brother? I'm sorry, I can't even see because of the stuff that's on the screen blocking your name, man. Peace.
Oh yeah, Don P, man.
What's up, Don P, man? Nice meeting you, brother.
Yeah, man. I've been checking out your videos, man. Like I said, I've been learning a lot, man. And as far as Tariq Nasheed goes, but I didn't mean to cut you off, but as far as Tariq Nasheed goes, you could tell that he's just coming into this information as well, and he's learning. So you're gonna see as time goes on, he's gonna change a lot of the terms that he's saying. Like,
Yo,
he's
a
saying different.
lot of these niggas is still learning, bro. They like a lot of people just take listen, the whole history that they taught us has to be re-examined. Everything that they taught you has to be re-examined.
Facts.
Some people come into this knowledge bringing that same mind state of what these people taught you. Like the other day when I was on here, like, listen, these niggas cannot believe that white people were slaves in this country. I'm sorry if you don't do no research, and I'm sorry if the people who you choose to listen to haven't provided you with that talking point or that narrative or the material that supports that. But it's some things that, when you doing this research, that you can't allow these people to create. You got questions, okay? You read something that you don't understand, you may have questions, right? Don't let the white man provide you with the question, nigga. Use your own motherfucking your own mind state, or use your own intuition to at least come close to what you can make sense out of this information. I tell people, you know, Europeans were slaves here. Oh man, how you gonna say that? Oh man, you crazy? How you gonna say we were slaves? My grandma, man, listen, half these black people or these Negroes that's out here, they don't even know nothing about no slavery. They only know this shit because they was taught this later on. They didn't even know they were slaves. The only thing they know, a lot of black people in the South, because they work for their own family on their own farms, they just remember how brutal that shit was. That ain't had nothing to do with no white man, nigga. That was your grandfather, your father, and your family farm. And it's like, people, when you talk about this history, motherfuckers, the same thing, like, Europeans. White people are not Europeans. They're Europeans now, okay, but they are not indigenous to Europe. I'm sorry if you can't believe that these people was the end of a chemistry experiment. They was created in a petri dish. Sorry, I can't help you understand that. I know that this is not scholarly talk. I know that there's not much evidence to support this or whatever, according to these European curriculums, but this is the motherfucking truth of it. Where did they come from? If they was not in Europe, then where did they come from? No black people went from Africa into Europe and into so okay, black people went into Africa. Let's say the people that was on the Iberian Peninsula, which is North Africa, which would be Morocco all the way to fucking Egypt, right? Crossed over, took over Europe. So you tell them these
Turn it
people
off.
these people came and took over Europe while Europeans was there? That don't make no fucking sense. Why doesn't it make sense that just these melanated people or these Moors or these Aborigines was already in that landmass? Because you don't see them there now doesn't mean that they wasn't there before. The same way we could take that same narrative to right now we're dealing with America. You got people who was born here thinking that they're American. No, you are a United States foreigner. You are not the Amaruki. You won't be the Amaruki. The only way you will be the Amaruki if one of us provide them with our sperm or our seed, or if one of them impregnate one of these melanated Aborigine women. That's the only way you will have some Amaruki blood in you.
So you telling me that like the North Africa, it don't have the stuff that's over there don't match the stuff that's in Europe?
It's the same place, root
It's the
word.
same place, Root. It's
They
the same
they
place.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
they
get you.
just create.
They confuse
Oh,
you and
okay,
told you
facts,
these
facts,
random
facts.
names and shit.
What's the difference from South Carolina and North Carolina before somebody created it? If you just walk from one part of Carolina to the other part of Carolina without using the directions.
You right,
The
just like
di-
saying Superior Lake Superior. What's the difference between one side of Lake Superior and the other side? I get what you're saying. I just
And
wasn't thinking about the Mediterranean Sea. My fault.
think about this though. Think about this, right? Why do they always say the so-called Africans that was in North Africa are more superior than the Africans that's in Sub-Sahara? Why don't they got the same fucking science? Why do I got a motherfucking book and then followed up on the research where we got a book called the Algonquin Conquest? The Algonquin are the tribes that's on the east coast of the Amaru. Okay? How is they saying that they went there 11,500 years ago and populated all these places? Egypt, Greece, Italy. That don't mean that they went there and took over the people. Maybe it wasn't no people there. And they just went there and created these other colonies there. And then brought in other people later on to be the fucking slaves. Why? And even in Zachariah Stitching book, when they talk about Inky and Lil, they said that they created the homunculus. The homunculus, man, is a artificial human being. Don't they always say white people ain't got souls? Don't they always say that they don't have souls? Some of them don't have souls. When you go into Zachariah Stitching work, he talk about the Anunnaki created a slave race of people to mine fucking gold for them. And then when you go into the terms of it, they talk about the homunculus man. The homunculus man is a primate. Don't motherfucking Darwin theory show you an ape morphing into a goddamn man? You gotta take your critical thinking and put this shit together because they're not gonna give you the total narrative to this shit. They're gonna leave you in confusion, which most people are confused. Most people, when they talk about America, even some of these Aborigines, or I want to say Indians or Native American Negroes and shit, even some of them, they think this was a goddamn a wasteland. They can't conceive the fact that we had the signs from 0 to 9. They can't conceive the fact that we have palaces and forts and ports and all that shit here. And like I said, when you really do research, you can cross-reference it. You could decipher the code, and you could come up with narratives to according to the information that's being provided. Niggas talk about Lemuria, but one thing in Church War book, what he said the people who was in Mu, they put forts at the mouth of every motherfucking river. That's the same shit that happened here in America.
That dude Benjamin Banneker, he built Washington D.C. and he had forts on his shit.
So you think he built it for white people? White people, if listen.
No, I was just trying to say, put you right that, I'm gonna say black, but Aboriginal, indigenous, Amaru. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that we built that.
That was inhabiting. That's right. And see, that's the thing. Benjamin Banneker created Washington, the 10 by 10 square blocks of Washington, D.C. So he created it for a European. When no Europeans existed. I mean, and like I said, see,
I was just showing that you're right, though. That
no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. For the people who don't understand what we saying, root word. I'm not saying you, but it's somebody out there who don't understand this shit, who really think that Benjamin Banneker. How is Benjamin Banneker more advanced than the so-called slave owners? How is he able to build? How is these people? So think of it like this. Even with these inventions, like I tell people, right? How the fuck I'm gonna go to you and tell you to create a motor? If I don't have a blueprint of a motor and I don't know what a motor is going to do and what I'm going to use it for, how the fuck am I going to come to you and tell you how to make it? So if you made a motor out of your imagination, mean you are more superior than me. Because I can't. If I knew the blueprint and the technology and what I was going to use it for, then why the fuck do I need you? I can make it my goddamn self.
Facts. That's the story they hiding and misplacing with slavery. Go ahead. They forgetting that we had all that shit over here. Facts. Anu El.
Bro, like I said, man, listen, bro. Listen, like, I know a lot of people, man, and a lot of these Aborigines, they hate Moors. They hate anybody who say they're Moor or anybody who say that, man. But like I said, bro, I don't even listen to Aborigine information. I still listen to Moors today because half of these niggas who out here talking this Aborigine shit is shit that I heard 10 years ago. And that's the reason why they can't conceive. They can't understand certain things. And it's like, for me, When we talking about this shit, we talking about science. We talking about agriculture. We talking about all of this advanced technology. The reason these niggas thought they was living in teepees up to 5 years ago. These niggas thought they was living in the goddamn wilderness. We put together the American Indian Encyclopedia and we read all the way from A to motherfucking Z and told you all the technology and all of the American advancements
Culture.
that we
Yeah.
we
We did it. Shout out to Jaguar Omac, man, because it took a lot of hours to read that book, highlighting spectacular and advancements that you created in our culture. You see what I'm saying? Not just the pyramid and masonry, not just the agriculture and irrigation, but other things that went into uh society, that advanced society, like pants, hoodies. These things was around 15, 19,000 years ago.
and that's what
And
I'm
they
trying to
show.
say. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
my fault, brother.
Oh, you good? Go ahead, because I don't want to be
They
long.
just show y'all right though. We the ones who had the cotton fields over here throughout the Americas. That's all. I'm just trying to just put, you know what I'm
We
saying, the
invented
foundation what y'all
cotton.
talking
We was
about.
the
Facts.
first people. We was the first people to cultivate cotton here. How you
That's
think we was able to create these elaborate fabrics and clothing that you see in some of the mounds and some of these mummies and some of these burial sites? You're starting to find immaculate clothing for 3 to 4,000 years ago, or for 2,000 years ago.
or even the mummification cloth that they use come from cotton. And it's like you and see, we so naive. We think that the European pull up on the coastline. They bring people here who never been here before, along with the European who never been here before. They see they see a plant that produces what we call cotton. So right away, he already knew exactly what to do with it. He don't know what this shit is. He don't know if it's poison. If he don't know once he touch it, this nigga gonna evaporate. He don't know what the fuck he gonna do with it. So he just came here and seen this motherfucking plant and said, "Oh, we can make clothes with this, or we could do." No, this is this is, and even the American Encyclopedia. It already tells you that we was using this shit thousands of years ago.
As a
So
matter of fact, not only was we using it, we gave what the world called the classification of plant species today. The reason you know what a bush and a weed is, a flower is, a tree. You understand what I'm saying? These are classifications of plant species that we put in place. We categorize this, and now the world use this template that we put together here. That's called ecology. Like I said, man, we got to
And
shout
like
to
y'all was
Jaguar
saying
once
though,
again, because that book brings critical information, not just on the culture side, even on the law aspect of it.
and then
What's
as
the
you
name
read
of the
their
book
history, it
again?
says that the Algonquin that my brother was talking about, they had the fur trade up there. So I'm just putting strength to what y'all saying. That look, man, we had something over here that people ain't telling the whole truth. There was a whole bunch
they
of
ain't telling half the truth. Hey, my brother, the book is called the American Indian Encyclopedia. Innovations. What did it say? 15,000 years of
15,000
innovation.
years of innovation and inventions and some shit like that. Yeah.
and that's what they're hiding from the black folks. That us people that's colored, melanated, whatever. I'm staying to America, but people are a lot of places around here. We was doing stuff, and they hide it with slavery and these
No.
European stories. So this is a good hit the like, y'all. Subscribe. I'd agree.
They
Yeah, they
created
try
that.
to. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just gonna say, listen, the smoking gun in the room is William Ellison and PC Richards. How the fuck William Ellison in 1860? Now listen, they telling you niggas that they got here in 1619, but yet we could find Aboriginal cities in the 1600s in Virginia and throughout all other places. So they paid to get free? Now it's like I tell people, because this is what motherfuckers believe, right? Understand this, right? Why was white people so racist in the 1900s? Let's just sit here and let's sit here and ponder. If the shit that you seen in the 1900s, how white people was treating us, spitting on us, lynching us, running us off of land. If they was doing that shit throughout their whole existence here, your ass would have never had nothing. So they went into, even if we got other towns besides Black Wall Street, but just to use that as as an example, you go back and look at the culture, and you look at the buildings and the businesses and the elaborate masonry that was in that town. The white man taught you how to build this shit and then left you alone. Get the fuck out of you, stupid motherfuckers. No, you was already building this shit. And it's like, yo, so the white man, he allowed you to sleep with white women in the 1600s? Bacon Rebellion? But see, niggas is not, they know something is wrong with the story, but because they're still blindsided by this whole slavery shit and roots and shit, then they're trying to create a excuse for how did this shit exist. But then we can easily go back to the forgotten cause of the Civil War, where they tell you that the reason that the Civil War was because of white slavery, because according to the Great Law of Peace, no foreigner could own land here on this land. That's what the Civil War was about. Once they get freed in 1865, they already started to have like these little secret societies amongst them while they was on these plantations, which they came up with the Knights of the Golden Circle, which is the KKK. And what they did was they knew we were stationary because we live here. So they put hoods on and hid their face and ran into a lot of these towns that we already had. And if they didn't burn them down, they ran us out of there, and then changed the whole fabric of the political system into a democratic system. And
it's
this is
beautiful how you said that. If any black person is in, that's why I change directly back to black. You can get right back. Just FBA, when you look back to 1865 and look at post-Civil War pictures, your brain will start to reevaluate what this country looked like, that Aboriginal power in A1 is telling y'all that we built up. There's so many wonderful stuff in South Carolina, North Carolina, Ohio, and all the Civil War states that we built, that they blew down, and they couldn't even blow it all the way down. They had to bring wood in and just start building the shit back up. But great point, though, you're making, though. I'm just like, that's why I'm here, though, just to make sure that people can get hooked on this information from the black perspective. But I digress.
and look, and think of this, right? So you look at the distinguished gentleman poster, which all these is Negroes that's living in what they call Louisiana, right? Now remember the Louisiana Purchase where they said white people took over. So in 1865, which I forgot when the Louisiana Purchase took place, but it was around the 1800s sometime, right? So you're telling me in 1865, the lieutenant governor of Louisiana is a goddamn Negro? I thought these motherfuckers were so racist that they hate us. Why would he be the fucking lieutenant governor? If they was lynching niggas, why this nigga in a rolling chair in the 1600s? This nigga got a rolling chair. This nigga, if you look at the bottom, he got wheels on his fucking chair, nigga. He ain't sitting in a goddamn
That picture dope as fuck.
Bro, he got, and look, and then if you read the bottom of it, you have to kind of blow it up in the bottom of it. They're telling you what we're going to do to these white people if they run into this town. They're telling you at that point in time, this is when Europeans, when they formed the KKK and the Knights of the Golden Circle, this is when they was running into these motherfucking towns with these hoods on, trying to burn our towns down and take over the towns.
Ain't these pictures showing, though, that we had organization over here before they came over here?
Look, bro, they say the first so-called judge was in 1759. I forgot his name, but if you want to check it out, me and Chief Holiday did a bill probably about a month and a half ago, and I believe it's on his channel or whatever. I can't think of his name right now. But the first judge. So you telling me that these motherfuckers didn't have no white man to fill that position? Remember, these niggas were so racist. Remember Jackie Robinson, and then they bringing up Jackie Robinson, which he basically sold us out. He sold us out. The fuck they propping his ass up on the motherfucking pedestal, because you know why? Because he was the reason why why the Negro League went out of business. And they prop him up. Thank you, Jackie Robinson, for bringing all the niggas from the Negro League over here, because y'all had a much better league than we had anyway.
So you saying like you know, like they're saying in 1789, that's when Abraham Lincoln became president. They got pictures like this with Abraham Lincoln and all the Europeans, which I gotta agree with. They was only a part of the 13 colonies, but they forget that there was 87% more of the colonies somewhere else. And you think these was the pictures
Ain't
that
no
was being held up?
even the 13 colony shit is all bullshit, bro.
No, I'm just trying to say, I know you woke. There's just a lot of black people in here that's just receiving this information and might, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to say that the information you're bringing and Aboriginal power bringing is transferring the lies of slavery, and this is what they've been hiding from us. That's all, though. I digress.
The same shit they show you. See, I mean, I right now feel like screen sharing, but you know, on another note, when I get an opportunity, I do a greater build on it. They showing you even in Europe. They showing you these Europeans running up into these castles with motherfucking torches and shit. Even in the 1800s then. They ran into these castles, chased the melanated Moors out, or the melanated Aborigines that came from the Amaru that went over there. They chased them out and then took it over. And this is a story. This is their whole story. Their whole story is them oppressing people. The same shit you see now. They go to other countries, take over these countries, and then make these people slaves in their own fucking country. Have them working for them while they build businesses on their land and shit. And the indigenous people, well, not even we say that, I don't even want to say the indigenous people, because a lot of people ain't indigenous. They're hybrids too. But the people who we know that's in these countries now, these people go there, build up these motherfucking these fucking businesses and these corporations, and then the people who live in the surrounding town are there to work for them, because they push this whole system of materialism, and they push this whole system of, oh well, you work for this and you can get this, and you know, and now you a motherfucking slave for them. And this is the whole fucking storyline. And like I said, you go back to the book Inky and the Lil by Zachariah Stitcher. He tell you that they created these homunculus hybrid people to mine gold for them. I got a similar story of this shit in Cougar Key, which Cougar Key is Peru, which they said that the Sumerians are from Peru. But then they put all of these places, put all of these, and see that the thing of it is this: motherfuckers don't know how to cross-reference shit. And this is the shit that make me mad about a lot of this shit, that these niggas, they can't conceive this, because your mind, your mind when you're into.
Yeah, no, they ain't able to unlearn the bullshit and learn the new shit that they're learning. So it's hard for them to understand that you are the first motherfuckers to be walking around implementing this science. You are the first. You come from the first landmass out of the water. That means you was the first motherfuckers walking around this material world.
That's right. And see, when I talk about Cougar Key, where they telling you that the Sumerians is at, right? They tell you that Cougar Key means tin land, meaning that they was mining motherfucking gold, or not gold but metal, right? They said that even the Sumerians goddess was Amaru, and they said the same goddess in Lemuria was Amaru. And then you find Amaru in Peru, then you find Amaru in America, and you look at the fucking way that the word is coordinated, and you see that they took all the vowels. I just changed the vowels and put the AMERICA into the word America, which is AMARUKI. And people can't believe this. Yo, you made this up, Ahanu. You niggas are stuck on stupid. You niggas are reading fabricated European articles and regurgitating that shit back to the motherfucking people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all
These
these
civilizations that you read about got a fingerprint of the Americans written in it. You go back to Egypt, Sumeria, the Minoans. Everywhere got the fingerprint of.
You broke out, 8 people. Go
ahead. Excuse me, brother. You got a YouTube channel?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got one.
What is it?
Mic check.
autochthonous one. So it's
It's
AU.
Aboriginal power. Oh yeah, the Thompson's one. Go ahead. I'll put it in the chat. Put
Okay.
it in the chat too, man, for people that might want to go check out your old videos, some of your new videos that's gonna be coming out. Drop that link in the chat, y'all. Moderators, drop the link to Thompson's one channel in the chat. Moderators, do that for me.
Yeah, brother, but this information is ours, man. This ain't nobody, the ancestors guided me. You know what I'm saying? They was a catalyst for this information to come forward like this. Cause I damn sure didn't have no I didn't have no plans on being, talking about this shit, nigga. I wanted motherfucking car. I wanted money, clothes, and hoes like everybody else wanted until I had to wake up and realize that this is all some frivolous reality of what life is really about. We don't know who we are. How the fuck we gonna move forward? We don't know where we came from. We run around talking about we black, and black is a goddamn color. And the most educated person who's sitting up in there with a motherfucking Corrigan sweater on with a pipe in his mouth, he's still calling black people black. And he learned in kindergarten that black is a goddamn color.
But
And
don't that lineage go all the way back to 1865? They put that on this all the way into 1865. So whether you call yourself more Aboriginal anything, black is truth, and all you got to do is take over your name. So I understand that we shouldn't call ourselves black in law, but if we take control of our names, you can call yourself Tribe Black. You can say
yeah,
you
but I
black
want the
woman.
name that holds the most power to. I don't want the name to where people can question me and look at me like I'm an imbecile
But that
because
could bring
everybody.
in a lot of people from Africa, bro. If we accidentally like go with something connotative and just like attack what we've been for a long time instead of
Like
showing
I said,
lawfully that.
first, like I said, it's levels to this. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm
Once
not
you get
saying
to a
not to
certain,
use the term. I'm not. Look. What I'm saying is, you can use the term, but you have to say, you have to say by default. This term been applied to me, but this is not the term that I identify as. I can say the people that so-called or formerly called black. I can use it as an analogy to let people know who we talking about, but at the same
yeah,
token, I don't have to identify myself as that. That's what people missing. I'm not saying, oh, throw the whole word away or whatever. No, because you're gonna have that word has history to it that has the people of the land, the Aborigines of the land that's connected to it. What I'm saying is the term itself. Anybody who speak proper English in cognitive or denotative sense know that the cognition of the word black means a goddamn color. And if
yeah.
there is another meaning to it, please explain to me what is the other fucking meaning to it.
It
So
means
yeah,
under law a people, a lineage, bro. And that's what I'm saying. I'm
Because
not going
people
against that.
accepted it though, Jack.
I'm not going against you. I'm just trying to say when a
No,
person say
yeah.
fuck the, I'm just showing you the real lawful way and why we have to. Well, not you, but people like me gonna stick to that is because it's just a lawful thing. And if you don't use that, you could bring other people in from other countries that will culture vulture the black racist culture. Even though that ain't who we are, they gave us that name. They gave us all these names.
Yeah, but just to correct, see what you want to do though. If I call you anything other than root word, right, and then you subhere to it over a period of time, then I'm your goddamn master. If I could change your name other than your creator, which is your mother who gave you whatever, your name could be Robert Jones for all I know. You understand what I'm saying? Your creator gave you that name. So
I'm just saying that black people are autochthonous to America. Black people are aboriginal to America. I'm
that's a
just
fact.
using it that way.
Nah,
That's all
and
I'm. So
it's
don't
not
think I'm
even
going against
this.
you, bro.
The conversation that I'm saying about black is really not even a conversation that we should even be. You know,
have
we shouldn't even be having this because right now it should be already understood. What's understood don't need to be explained. We already understand that that is a color, regardless
yeah.
of how we using it and what sense
Well,
we using it.
I think what the brother Root, I understand both sides, but at the same day, a lot of us do have that understanding, but we got to be mindful that it's going to always be new people that don't have that same understanding. listening to the information.
Yo, that's why I came on the panel real quick. Peace to the guys. Y'all put in too much work. Hold on, y'all put in too much work, yo, and they need to go back in the playlist.
It's almost like a disclaimer. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like a disclaimer when you elaborate on certain terms, because all these terms has been put abroad upon us. You see what I'm saying? And whether accepted or classified as not. So we just have to be mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's new people that obviously classify in certain terms that don't have knowledge of other terms. You see what I'm saying? So it's always need for elaboration. And I've understood that over these last few months. There's always going to be new people. It's probably a new person in my live stream every day. You
And
see
real
what
quick too, before the brother going, let me just say this real quick, Shy. Um, Understand this too, right? See, what people do is they don't ask questions. Like, even if you say you're Aboriginal or you're a Tanchan, right? Motherfucker will be so critical of you using that term as opposed to asking you, well, why are you using that term, and how you look like a regular nigga that be out there on the corner, or you look like a nigga I done bumped into some walks of life. So why are you classifying yourself this? See, this is the questions that they not asking, as opposed to us having to explain to you why you're not this. They should be asking. But when I understand what you're saying, AP, because there are people, and in my early videos, I put in Negro, black, and all that shit. But I always have to put the disclaimer of what the term means and who we really are, and how I identify. Because I'm not nobody leader, and I'm not nobody parent to be telling anybody what the fuck to do. I'm speaking for myself. I was classified as a Negro, colored, African American, all of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I self-lord master. So I'm the master of my own fucking destiny. And I tell these people how I would like for me going forward to be classified. Not as you classify, because you're not my master.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that there's a lineage that goes all the way back to 1865.
And that's why we gotta walk very methodical. Like nonetheless, I always say this is a crime scene. And it's being historical forensic examiners and looking at the data. We got to be mindful of all the data that we're going to use to collectively show that how these people use genocide on paper against us. And so some of these things is going to have to be put in the tuck, and then going to have to be acknowledged at some point in time. That goes with all these classifications.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. You got the
peace to the panel. Peace. All I want to say is y'all left a lot of crumbs behind, so it's no excuse for nobody to hop on this StreamYard or chat without doing the knowledge, because y'all definitely got a playlist. That's all I'm saying. People need to go through y'all playlist.
That's a fact. That's a 50 fact.
All I'm saying is there's a lineage that goes with black to 1865.
They go before 1865 though. You heard me. That's only
to
reach.
I ain't cut you off, brother. I ain't
no, go ahead. All right, I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know for a fact this dude named Blumenblock, the dude that brought up the caste system. It's really the caste system. It was the Blackamoors, but I'm not going further than 1865. I'm just saying from today all the way back to 1865, they put a caste system on us. The Christian black codes, bliggity black, don't come back. So that's a lineage that goes all the way back to there. But that makes them people aboriginal to America if they don't sign a contract. So just to say that you're going to say fuck a lineage and sign something on a piece of paper that don't have no meaning at all, because I'm a motherfucking Moor, and Moors be saying that shit. We ain't black, Negro, or colored. Moors, your shit don't work neither. All you have to do is say I'm tribe black, tribe FBA. So quit saying that we're not black, because you're knocking the coolest people in the world, and that's a lineage that goes all the way back to 1865. That's aboriginal to America. I digress.
Hey, I wanted to make a statement. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, Daffy.
So it's usually like the small quotes that stick with me. Shahrazad Ali said that white folks get together, and most of them don't agree on their history. But when it's something that benefits them, they don't get on cold and they just go along with it. And that's why I was telling Root Words earlier that it's yeah, the truth is good and all, but at the end of the day, like being on code is not strictly about what's the ultimate truth or what's right or wrong or what's morally right. It's about a collective mindset to where something benefits our community and only our community. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh, y'all wrong for saying for speaking against black." I'm not gonna say that. I did the research. I'm still learning, obviously. But I'm still doing the research. You know what I mean? But my thing is there something that we all can agree to that we could get behind as far as fighting for what's owed to us? Because that's ultimately what I think it's supposed to be about.
But you got a real talk. Even when we talk about that, right? Now you got Negroes who fighting because they was in slavery, and then you got us fighting because these people are on our land. So it's like, no, I'm not agreeing with no Negroes that was in slavery, or who even think that way. Now, can we get some of their people on our side that's gonna rock with us? Yeah. But I don't want no reparations for me being no goddamn slave. I want reparations for these people who operating on your land right now. If I move in your backyard and create a motherfucking lemon stand or a lemonade stand, right? Yo, you gonna want a piece of that, right? So it's like, these people got this corporate construct which is called the United States. They bring foreigners here in order to let these people become how do I'm gonna say employees of the corporation, because that's all it is, they employees, because the country is the Amaru and the people of the Amaru still here. So it's like, these people created a corporate construct which is the United States of the United States, or they took the United States for America and made it the United States of America from the Aborigine indigenous Autochthonous who was already here, who had this system going on from time of existence.
Hey, bro, that's not a really, when you say that though, you can't, a lineage goes back to 1865 when our people was POWs. See, that's where we need our reparations at, and you know that because
Well,
everybody don't say reparations.
elaborate on that though, root word. Elaborate on
Okay,
1865 and people was POWs. Explain to me what you mean by that.
the laws, what the reparations go back to
Mm-hmm.
is our land being held in trust.
Mm-hmm.
And are people given the wrong language and the wrong ideology of what reparations is? Just like when Japan got reparations, Jews got reparations, Mexicans got reparations, every last Eastern coastal country in Asia got reparations because they went to war. So when the black people find out, because no Jamaicans is going to get it, no Haitians is going to get it. No European blacks going to get it. No Africans going to get it. The only people that qualify to get anything on this land is the black people that wake up, take control of their name, and say they're Aboriginal to America. Then they'll see what the Freedmen Bureau is really about. They people was fighters over here, and they controlled the whole land until 1865 when they went to war with each other, the Northern Indians and the Southern Indians, or the Northern Amarus versus the Southern Moors, whichever name you put to it. When they failed, that's when the Europeans did paperwork on us.
So what? So
That's just
you
my opinion.
when you think the Civil War, when they tell you the Northern and the South Aborigines went together, because what they was doing was they was trying to get the people in the North to release these white Slavic people from under their fucking foot. So it's like, when we kind of go into that, right? There's still an underhanded story that's not being articulated correctly, because like even when you look at the history, like I said, you still has functional communities be after 1865. I pull up Sir Solomon Jones film right now. Shout out to Amani Bay. I could pull up his shit right now and show you in the 1900s that they were still thriving communities. So wasn't nobody oppressed even after the Civil War. All I'm
Right,
saying,
producing often producing some more oil in them areas that was black owned than any other place in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got Sir Rector family. You feel me? Who's also living good out that way. That was produced and filmed by Sir
Now,
Solomon
wasn't she
Dog.
Aboriginal to America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
Hmm.
was a black woman. And that's the only thing that is going over your head is that I'm trying to connect. I'm not saying I'm doing anything righter than you or nothing. I'm trying to connect the black people to the Aboriginal side of them. That's all. And
No,
a
that's
lot of people,
cool. I understand. Sarah
and you're
Rector.
not going to get nowhere, A1, unless you do that.
They was
Because
trying to
nobody's
match
going to
make
roll
her
with
and
us because
everything.
the
I
only
mean,
riders is the blacks. Nobody else rides like us. And that's
look.
what all this information was for. It's for the sleep blacks. I don't care if you are Moor, Indian, indigenous, because people that come from other countries are not sleep like us. So if you're not talking to the blacks, who are you talking to, bro?
But the people that come from other countries, they don't associate themselves with anything other outside of their nationality. Even if somebody did call them a name, they're still gonna go by the name that they originally are original to. So even if we say, all right, Sarah Rector was an Aborigine,
We
and
need your
somebody,
information. What I'm saying is we need your information.
yeah. But root word,
I hope you
it's
understand what
not
I'm
even.
saying, bro.
Listen, understand this. We ain't got no. It's just maybe you misunderstanding with my use of when I'm saying black. I know black has a history to it, but that history we can't allow nobody to call you that because somebody calling you that. That means that you are illiterate. Because that means that you don't know we say an adjective and a fucking pronoun. You understand what I'm saying? That means you don't know the 8 parts of speech if you allow somebody to call you a goddamn adjective. So you can say, all right, well, I'm a so-called black person, but I'm not adhering to that term. Okay, my people are so-called black people. My people are black people by default. We know that history. All I'm saying to you is about that. That's what the whole thing about correction. That's what the whole thing about the right to self-identify. That's what a declaration of self-identity is all about. Of people agreeing with who they are. Yeah, and we can say that, all right, we can't lump no other people who came here who willingly came here. Because a lot of people willingly came here. What the first thing they say? For a better life. Okay, but guess what? It's not my fault if you didn't fix your inhabitants of where you was originally from. It's not my fault.
That part.
And if you come here and learn the science of the Amaru, then you should be taking your ass back to where you came from, not trying to set up here, get houses and trying to do. You supposed to be taking your ass back there and teaching your people what you learned here so you can build up your land where you from. But what happens is you got people that do this. People come here and they want to be what they are. Like, all right, let's say and I know, like I said, shout out to my islanders, man, because I don't really get into this, but sometimes we gotta talk about this. You know, you got a lot of people that came from outside of what we call North America, because technically Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, all of the islands are America. It's just not the United States. See, most people don't understand that the United States is something totally different than the rest of America. Mexico is in America, but Mexico is not part of the United States. And the United States is where everybody want to come to this corporation so they can come here and get Federal Reserve notes or promise to fucking pay notes or whatever so they can have this material wealth. This is what people come here. And they come here and they want to get this material wealth, and then they still want to talk about how good their land is. Oh, my country, okay. So why are you not there? Why are you here? Oh, because we trying to get a better. Okay, well, you should. When you come here, you shouldn't even tell them when you want to hear about where you from, because obviously you can't love that place. You can't love that place being here. And see, being here is a whole totally different thing, because a lot of this wealth and a lot of this materialism that is being gained comes with blood on it. Comes with blood on it. Anybody know what the motherfucking United Snakes does? They go around the world and steal resources. And in the process of stealing resources, women, children, men, whole colonies of people are wiped out. So when you come here and you pledge allegiance to that, you got blood on your hands. Whether you did it or not, you still support that shit. And don't nobody want to talk about it. That's why I don't have these conversations, man. So this shit Tariq Nasheed been talking about, I've been talking about this shit a long goddamn time ago. It's just that he put it in a different contents in order to get the people that's on his platform to understand it. We've been having these conversations about this shit.
Right. No, that's right. And I remember jumping on Alquan panels years ago, jumping and having these same dialogues. Shout out to Alquan.
And he
You know
another
what
brother, Alquan, been putting in that
I'm
same information for a long time. He been talking about that same information, but it's good to see a brother like Tariq Nasheed saying that, because by him putting himself out there doing that shit, whether or not
That's like when we used to hear Phil Valentine constantly bring up Africa, to not hear him, then hear him come back to only mention Aboriginal and strictly deal with us in America as Aboriginal. It means people are changing, their growth and development, they're understanding and adapting to what's really going on in the reality of realizing who we truly are. You see what I'm saying? And that's all that is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be older people coming into it, newer people coming into it. It's gonna be people that push Pan-African, Nuwapian, whatever, coming into this Aboriginal lineage, recognizing who they truly are.
Mm-hmm. And that puts you on a total.
And guess who's gonna be here to teach them? The motherfuckers who've been teaching this Aboriginal shit from the start. Nobody's more to do it.
And that takes you from being a subject to the owner. Because if you know that regardless of, you only had certain areas in what we call North America, we know that these certain areas was totally Aborigines that's here now, that's classified as African American
When you
black.
say that word, though, that's the only word that really could put us to a particular place. So when you say that you gonna join an Indian tribe or you a Moor, I could say I'm an FBA Moor. I could sign that on a piece of paper and take it to the clerk of courts and declare that too. If I want to be tribe FBA, let me be tribe FBA, because my lineage destroys whatever you're talking about. I will crush whoever on my lineage. Y'all culture vulture off that lineage and put a different name to it, and then push the black people out of there. And the only people that's going to get rightfully this land, when you go back to 1865, is the black people that got that start signing pieces of paper. So it ain't the people in Canada, it ain't the people in Mexico, it ain't the people in Hawaii, none of these other islands, Africa, none of that shit.
That's a fact, though. What?
If you're not talking to the black people of America, you're not going to get nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because these movements ain't even in no other countries.
Nope.
I digress, though.
No, that's true though. Let me shout out everybody in the chat, man. We got 154, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. All I ask is everybody to hit the like button and share the live stream. I want to shout out Elijah D for the cash out information. She said, tell A1 to drop his cash out. Elijah D told me to tell you that. Okay. She sent the cash out donation as well. Appreciate you, Elijah D, for supporting the channel. She said, A1, drop your cash out. So A1, drop your cash out if you feel free, for the sister Elijah D. Shout out to Victor Costin for the cash app donation as well. I want to shout out to Victor. Shout out to Victor for the cash app donation. I believe Victor is on the panel right now. Shout out to Victor right now on the panel. Shout out to Hawk School as well, man. Shout out to Hawk School, fresh on the panel. What's going on, big brother Hawk School?
Peace to the panel, man. I'm just checking in, man. I seen all these big dogs up here, man. I just had to come, pay my respect. Salute everybody.
Peace, Hawk School, man. Peace to the brother, man.
Salute, Hawk.
Yeah, man. Good to see y'all, man. Got the right ones up here building right now, man. I had to tap in, man. Appreciate everything y'all do, man. Even if all these suckers don't see through the smoke, you did.
Hey, man, appreciate you too, my brother. Shit, you done put in work too, man. You know what I mean? Even if you the observer, you know what I'm saying, able to build your own talking points or your own perspective from it, because everybody had a starting point and everybody play a part or have a piece to bring to the table, man. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat room as well, man, and anybody who furthering their information with this shit, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Peace.
Tribe.
Hey, I ain't trying to be funny. There's a Moor in the chat. Like I said, I claim that Moor shit more than whoever. I claim that Moor shit more than. And if the Moors taught me, this is what the Moors taught me at the end of the day.
As long as you change your status up and it works for you, it works for you. So you in the chat talking about, oh, you can't be Negro, black, and colored. You Moors are stupid, and I'll challenge you. Yes, you can. You could just have to claim more. You just have to claim black. You have to claim Negro. You have to claim it. You have to do some type of status correction with it. I can say I'm tribe Negro. So it's easy to destroy you Moors in the chat that's saying that the blacks is wrong. No, they're not. They're just trying to get some information and do better. And now that y'all got the information, because y'all only been in it for like 2 or 3 years, y'all want to act like y'all better than what y'all was 5 years ago. That's disgusting.
we call them bougie Indians.
Yeah, that's why I keep hearing you saying bougie Indians, man. I was like, yo, where's that coming from? You know what I mean? Like, I can only speak for myself. When I came into this information, when I first heard of Aborigines, the first thing that came to my mind, unfortunately, was Native Americans. You know what I mean? And when I think of Native Americans, I was thinking of the Mongolese looking Native Americans. I was like, I can't relate to that. You know what I mean? I can't relate to that at all. Like that's not my ancestors. But when I did the research and what we look like, what we achieved and what they couldn't claim, you know, that's what it was all about for me. You know what I mean? I didn't come from a place of being totally fleet. Like I said, my whole thing of, I guess, fighting for black is not just the fact that I'm attached to the term. It's more so of, you know, when I see brothers like Khalid Muhammad in New York rallying brothers and sisters fight, like literally swinging at police when they was about to shut us down in New York. You know what I mean? Like that right there is powerful to me. It really is. It really is, man. So I don't disagree with you guys about what about discarding the term black and how claiming Aborigine will propel us to be in a better standing according to the laws. Like I don't disagree with that at all. But for the new people who's coming into this information, I can understand the pushback against that a little bit. Because again, we have brothers and sisters that fought the hard fight under the guise of black power. I digress.
See, the only reason when you say you're Aborigine, right? Now you got a bigger claim at shit. You can say, yeah, okay, when your people was part of these atrocities that happened, right? But understand this: black people still gonna be taxed. Aborigines ain't gonna be taxed because now you have a totally bigger claim. And like I said, how you gonna be taxed on your own land? If you declare this shit to these people, you can write this shit down on a piece of paper. You could write it in your worst handwriting. Say I am an American Aborigine or American Indian. Now you know some people, they got it mixed up. They say, "Oh well, I'm an American Indian. We got the only laws is made for Indians, nigga." I'm the master of my own destiny. They understand what the term Aborigine means because it is in the Bouviers and in these law books. They know what the fuck term Aborigine means. So they know what it means. So it's some of these people who want to be politically correct and say, "Oh well, Indian is all in the Constitution and all." Yeah, you can use that term, but at the end of the motherfucking day, they know what the fucking term Aborigine means. They know what it means. Trust me. So, like I said, you could take a white blank piece of paper right now. Put down you an Aborigine. Go get that bitch notarized and go get it abastilled in your county your county court clerk, and send that shit to the provost marshals, the U.S. Marshals, FBI, Homeland Security, United States. Send that shit to motherfucking Rome. Send that shit to all these different people, and you are declaring what the fuck you are. Now, if you want to type it up and put the fact that your family and what land they lived on, what Aboriginal inhabitants lived on that land or whatever, and how you was falsely classified, then you could do that as well. See, people trying to join these tribes and shit, like it's bigger than that. You don't even have to try to get accepted into these tribes. These niggas just going by the way that Native Americans deal with shit. You can say, okay, my grandmother was this. This is where we lived at. This is proof saying that this tribe was here according to after being classified. And they got the shit in the census. I done read the shit from the 1860 census 1,000 fucking times. Indians who have reclassified themselves and who are not living in Indian communities were classified as colored. Now some people be like, well, you know, Mongoloids are colored. No, motherfucker. Do you see any fucking mongoloids running around here that's mixed up with black people or living in black communities? No. They're talking about us. They're talking about us. The fuck? So it's like some people make this shit too complicated. They make it complicated because they want to make it seem like it's so difficult for you to claim who you are. But understand, you still, if you try to go anywhere to any of these United Nations or anything like that, you're still going to need a nation of people behind you. So one person, you can reclassify yourself by yourself, but you still need a nation of people behind you.
And
So
yeah, that's the only thing us black folks of this land could do. Us black folks, I don't know about everybody else, is be a United States citizen or be a state citizen. So when you go outside them two boxes, you go outside. That's what us black people is. We ain't nationless. We're stateless because that's what the state of Israel is. That's what the Republic of England is. The Republic of England is just like the Republic of Texas, just like the Republic of California. They're states. So all we could do is just claim a state and then get your tribe, because your tribe is great though. Ain't nothing wrong with navigating through these seas, but just to say that black people are just written off and nationless, no, we just don't claim a state. And them is the only two things we could do. The only two things we could do is be a U.S. citizen or a state citizen. Nothing else unless you're going to lead this country. I digress.
Hey,
Yeah, we think the Indian, but Aboriginals and the laws as well. So, like I said, people just have to brush up on what they're talking about.
Hey, one, I want to ask your opinion, brother, from your research, because I know you thoroughly research. But I hear a lot of argument with people when I'm tuned in with Ab, and these niggas is really pressing about people. Who do you identify with? What tribe is you? What is this? What is that? But from everything I read, the only people that was really being kept track of as far as records was the trader ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you have a whole bunch of these niggas grandkids coming up here huffing and puffing about all this paperwork they got about their family. But the only reason they kept track of y'all was because your people was some sellouts, my nigga. That's from my research.
That's a fact. That's a fact, because the rest of the people who was living, listen, hold school. See, the thing of it is this, right? They give you the image that we was living in teepees and living in these impoverished communities as Indians. They're not giving you the fact that we had motherfucking businesses. We was wearing suits, top hats, cars, everything. See, when they show you that, they looking at, oh, these are the Negroes that sold out. No, everything that these Negroes is wearing was shit that we invented.
Facts.
So it's like, they give you the idea of what an Indian. They created the avatar of what an Indian looks like.
Facts.
So you think that for you to be an Indian, you have to be just like when Indians wearing these motherfucking war bonnets, right? The war bonnet is nothing but a imitation of the feather crown. The feather crown basically was an imitation, and I'm gonna go a little deep on this, right? The feather crown was basically an imitation of the Anunnaki. Now, I know motherfuckers gonna get on me about this though, right?
Talk to him.
But the feather crown is because we were sun worshipers. We worship the sun.
serpent, right?
That's right. But more or less, we sun worship, because what does the sun bring? When they tell you the story of what's the story they got in Kemet
Some
about?
bring life to this planet. Every living thing needs
And they say
life.
when darkness comes, it brings death, and then the sun raises again, then it brings, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the story that they got behind that's dealing with the Egyptians or whatever. But nonetheless though, the sun brings life to everything. The sun is nitrogen when you get into the four elements, right? Earth, which is the land, fire, which is the sun, nitrogen, carbon. Well, all right, I'm gonna say it in the chemistry form: carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen. Earth, fire, water, and air. Okay.
It got to be a balance.
So it's a balance. It's all four elements in one. You know what I'm saying? That creates one. So it's like, people go away from this shit because they're so caught up in these Native American culture, and they think that they the holders of the science. So you study Native Americans who we don't know where the fuck they came up with this shit. And then we're the holders of the science, which we created all this shit that they even believe in, which is a
Right.
greater story from it. So yeah. A lot of these people running around here talking about, a lot of us was falsely classified. And I mean, besides being falsely classified, they did it in 14 other states. It wasn't just Walter Plecker in Virginia. It went all around. So it was like, once these people started coming, we didn't care about classification because we didn't know the implications of what that shit was going to do to us later on.
Facts.
Right. We just now start to see the effects.
Exactly. And then they start changing you from Africans. And then they creating these stories. And then people in the 1960s, like, man, we ain't come from no goddamn Africa. What are you talking about? And
Facts.
then to move you off your land. Because they know. And then think about it like this, right? Most of the land they call what? Abandoned. Abandoned. So where's the people who abandoned this land at? They running around here talking about they from Africa doing DNA tests. Talking about
Right.
you do a motherfucking DNA test where
You do a 23andMe. Let me see what it say. All that bullshit.
yeah, these niggas is so fucking stupid, man. Even when you do a DNA test with your own child, it come back 99.9%. So that 99.9%, any human being that got the same genetic structure as you is gonna be 99%. Even an Indian living in India.
Right.
You go take his blood and do a DNA test. Your genetic makeup is the same genetic makeup as his. Now you might have a different skin tone, you might have a different hair texture, you might have a different height, but ultimately that only gonna go into that 1%. So it's like, people, man, I don't get it. And for you Pan Africans that's listening to this shit, you niggas always ask us, do we have any language, right? This is the most
Yeah.
hilarious shit that I've ever heard,
Talk
right?
to him, A1.
So these niggas that sit here and ask us, yo, man, you niggas don't speak no Indian language. Well, guess what? You're right. We don't speak no Indian language. But guess what? You took a DNA test and it gave you 6 different African countries, which you have 6 different options to learn their fucking language. And you still haven't done it yet.
20
And
years
them
later.
niggas talk German.
20 years later. But you know what's crazy though is these niggas talk all this shit about niggas not knowing their language and well, where is this and where is that? Nigga, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, nigga, Omaha, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Muskego. Where do you think all these words came from that you niggas saying every day?
Tennessee.
Moccasin, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
barbecue.
And there's something too. The
Come on,
English,
And
bro.
all they did was change the vowels, bro.
Come on,
Just
bro.
like
So show
Ali
me the
Mamu.
African word. Show me the African word over here in America that niggas is using. Show me the
They don't even
word
got no
that
African
made its
dictionary.
way into the language. That because we all know the English language is made up of like 10, 12 fucking
They
languages.
claim that Africans, all these Aboriginal tribes are really African tribes. But what's funny about that is they can't name me nothing that's Aboriginal culture that any of our ancient tribes practice. They couldn't give us an artifact that's qualified as the African artifact, a culture, a fruit, a vegetable, a fabric, a language, a dance, a ritual, nothing historically.
Hey, bro, these Pan-African niggas ain't even got a favorite African recipe, my nigga.
But they don't even
got a favorite
claim.
African food.
Look, hey, Hawk School. Think of it like this, right? These Pan Africans don't claim nothing in the sub-Sahara a part of Africa. All of their claims is either from Egypt, which is North Africa, and we got science telling us that we went over there from here. So it's like, yo, like you niggas ain't got nothing over there. And you talk about all of these primitive ass tribes that dance and put mud in their hair. And listen, no disrespect to them. If that's what you doing, then that's what you doing. I get it. But at the end of the day, we dealing with something totally different over here with this science that we found in the Amaru. So it's like, this shit is the science that goes around the world. And you can...
And the same science that was found in the Amaru is obviously found in places of Africa as well.
Well, that's where all that more thing comes in that everybody confused about because them is the, for lack of better terms, them the Indians on the ships that was going and conquering and go look at all these star forts on every coast of every continent that we built, bro.
See, and that's
And
that's
that's
what I'm
showing
saying.
that like the English talk in England they talk English, in Spain they talk Spanish, you know, in Italy they talk Italian, you know, in Germany they talk German, and France they talk French. But in 1865 over here, 1865, I said this is 150 years ago. on north of Latin America, they suspended our habeas corpus, and that was we had dialects of that. So
And
I
that's
was like,
Ebonics. Ebonics is a
Facts.
native. Ebonics is a native or Aboriginal language, man. That's why we say one sentence. We don't
Well, that's
articulate one sentence word by word. We'll say
as
one
a matter of
sentence
fact,
in one fucking breath.
when we get into that same book that we talked about, shout out to Jaguar Omac once again. When we get into the American Indian Encyclopedia, it highlights that the Spanish and English language, the majority of the words are indigenous languages with indigenous meaning and definition.
Hmm.
Facts.
and when
Just
you
from
take
right
it
to
all the
left.
way back to it, it goes all the way back to 1865 or north of Latin America.
I mean, when you look
That's the
at, when
best
you
thing
do the
I can
little
say. If
research
you go to
on
1865 laws, it says it suspends your habeas corpus. If you can get that Chinese secret, I just said, hey, that's just my opinion of it. In 1865, they said we suspend these niggas habeas corpus, but we north of Latin America.
But but Jai, root word. Listen, they telling you in 1865 they did this shit. This shit didn't go into effect until the 1920s, man.
No, I'm
right.
talking about that we can't find no trace of language, but there's some trace of Ebonics of Latin. I ain't say Latin, just but some traces
Now
of
I
that shit
understand
that
what you're saying,
puts
but
us in
even
greatness.
what
That
I'm
puts
saying
us
is
in
this:
greatness. That if
they
we accidentally spiritually could recognize that, it puts us to greatness 150 years ago. But I digress.
well, only thing I'm saying is this, right? They keep saying 1865. Wasn't no Negroes enslaved and was free. The only Negroes who was free in 1865 was the ones who had Slavic mothers. And people don't fucking seem to understand this shit. The condition of the mother is the condition of the child. And it's not like it ain't even no listen, man. Everybody got a European in their family. You know what I'm saying? My great grandmother was half white. But what I'm telling you is that you know when the Aboriginal men made it with a lot of these Slavic women, they the Slavic women were still under the servitude that they were slaves because they could not own land here. And because they could not own land here, then they was lifetime Slavics over here, lifetime servants. And then the children that was the offspring of that at that point in time was enslaved as well. And this is the story that I'm getting from the research that I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no like just saying that to try to be funny, but this is when you start seeing these Slavic people and they start trying to in a lot of like even in Virginia, right? They're trying to make sense of saying, well, this person might be an Indian, but he's a yellowish Indian. Oh, this person might be an Indian, but he's brownish. Oh, he might have had his mother might have been a slave. Now they're not giving you no identity of what the slave is, but you assuming that the slave automatically had to be black. So even with a lot of this research that they put out there, when you find information that doesn't make sense of the same time they telling you that they brought people here from Africa, at the same motherfucking time the people that they brought here from Africa are the fucking bounty hunters to catch white slavery, you scratching your head like, wait a minute, my dude, this doesn't make no goddamn sense. Well, what do you mean? So then you got to further your research and try to find explanations to fit into the spaces which is not adding up. And one of the biggest things, like I said, that you put in a space that don't add up is why is William Ellison in 1860, they said he owned more slaves than any so-called European. How is Europeans going to bring an African here? And then the story even of William Ellison, they tell you that William Ellison was a slave and then they freed him and he was able to outdo his slave masters. Are you really believing that shit? Mic check, mic check, mic check. I'm still being heard, right?
We hear you. Yeah, you loud and
You,
clear.
under, you understand what I'm saying? How William Ellison was a slave. All right, let's get this. So William Ellison was a slave. He was a man. He was a manumitted or manumission, right? And then his
Then you got John Roberts, the first senior of Charleston, South Carolina, which was a black slave owner.
P.C. Richards. You know what I'm saying? P.C. Richards, nigga, the appliance company, which is all they did was just they kept how he kept saying, how my man said, they kept like mating with other Europeans, and in the process of all that, then their bloodline just became more what we consider the Slavic race. And now they own PC Richards, which PC
Hey,
Richards was
not
originally
a
a Negro.
coincidence. Not a coincidence said that he couldn't own white men.
He
So
what?
why did you leave that out? He said he couldn't own white men. Why did you leave that out?
What you mean he couldn't own white men? What are you talking about?
Not a coincidence. Hit the link, bro.
Listen, my dude. Listen. Like I said, bro, you can go back, and this ain't got nothing to do with just what was done here. If you go back and watch the long shit with Sidney Poitier, you see Sidney Poitier took a white woman, right? And even in so-called Europe, you see that the Moors had fucking harems of so-called European women. In
Facts.
the movie The Long Ship with Sidney fucking Poitier, he had a white woman as a goddamn slave, and all the white men was fucking slaves, man. How? What part are you niggas not understanding? Because you let these people create a history. If they would have told you that black people own slaves, we'd be sitting somewhere chilling right now. We'll be sitting somewhere in palaces and shit like, white man, go get this for me. Or, you know what I'm saying, sending his ass to the store for a fucking blunt, or for some Lucy's, or for a fucking fucking Bud Ice, or whatever niggas doing these days, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, why would he tell you that you was superior? Because he has to make you inferior for him to be superior. You both of us can't be like, once you find out the history of it, then that's gonna make somebody inferior. And the inferior person are gonna be the vulnerable person, and they're gonna be ostracized, and they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be the one that's gonna be on a lower plateau.
And yeah, when we
Not
talk about them Haroons, that
not
goes
a
with the
coincidence. Go ahead, Ruber.
Nah, you was going. I got it after that. My fault, bro.
You sure?
All right. Just the
go ahead.
Haroons. The Haroons, he is a lot like the history when it goes to the Harlems. And when you look at the Harlems, there are a whole bunch of longhouses that you find in every city in America that's coming off the river, and that's the Cherokee brick, the cherry red brick, and and if you putting them two together, they came over here, like my brother said, in the Haroons, the Harlems, which means they was the whores and the daughters of revolution. Is all the women that go out here that come from Europe, they get their best daughters, the beautifulest ones, and put them around our Nephilim men, or our tall and strong men that play basketball and football, and suck them to death. And that's an art, but they'll turn it around and act like our women are horrible. But they have a Daughters of Revolution, which is a cult where they'll get their beautifulest women from high school and say, hey, go be around them niggas because they're going to be stars one day. And that's that Othello shit. But I digress. Good shit, though, Anuel. I digress.
I mean, yeah, that's what they do now. And like I said, and see, the thing, like I said, man, you know, I feel bad for some of these Aborigines, like I said, because outside of you trying to, you know, get a declaration or trying to get into one of these Indian or Native American tribes or whatever the fuck y'all niggas doing these days or whatever. Outside of that, you still need to know the history. Because if you still coming into this shit thinking that your people was enslaved by some white man that jumped off a boat and then came here and took over land that he never been in, he don't know the conditions of the land. He don't know if I travel through this water right here and get out, and bathe, is a goddamn alligator gonna kill my ass or eat my ass alive, or is it piranhas in here, or is it any deadly fucking inhabitant or animal that's gonna come in here and fucking, and now I'm gonna be on top of the food chain. It's like, come on, man. You have to know the land to be able to live on the land. You just can't come to an unexplored territory and then just be the be the how do I say be the owner of people. It doesn't make no sense. However you put it, man. And most of the time when things doesn't make sense, it's because things has been orchestrated. People have an agenda, and we can also say that people are just straight out liars. They're straight out liars, and they're using these lies for their best interest and for the benefit of their culture, or just the fact that you don't want these people to know that you was on top of the food chain and you were the slouch. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Shout out to AP, man. Shout out to Hawk School. Shout out to Vic. Shout out to Root Word. I see the dude, not a coincidence. You got something you want to share, bro? Or you got something you want to
Nah, peace, y'all, peace.
Peace.
Now, when you was talking about the black slave owners, I just mentioned that by law they wasn't allowed to own white people.
Who?
Any
How
of
do
the
you
black slave owners.
hold up? But
That's not true though. Not a coincidence.
listen,
Yes, it
bro.
is.
Listen, my dude. Listen. Listen to this. Let's just be for real, okay? Let's be for real. I understand what you got, but you ain't got the research that I got. You ain't got the research that's telling you the Civil War was the free white slaves. You don't have that type of research. So you're still going off the narrative that slaves was black. You don't have no research that's telling you that white people were slaves here in the millions. You don't have access to that. So of course you're gonna go off the narrative to say that, okay, a white man would be would be friendly enough to let another black man own other black people as slaves, and and not understanding that the only slaves that was here were white people. If you're so fucking educated, you'll go back and read the etymology term of what the fucking word slave or where it came from, and it's telling you because of the so many slavs sold by conquering people, the word slave came up. And these people still being called slavs into the 2022.
Facts.
Yugoslavian, Slovenian. But you niggas is still come here under the white, everything that these Pan-Africans and these so-called historians learn. They learned from the mind of a European. You never deciphered it. You never decoded it. You never cross-referenced it. You never use pros and cons. You never use research tools or a methodology to see if this shit true or not. And like I told you, William Ellison owned more slaves in South Carolina than any white man. And let's say if they was black slaves, which they wasn't black slaves, they was white slaves. Why would another white man let another black man outdo him and own more property than him?
I'll wait.
That was a question you wanted me to answer?
I mean, you can answer it if you want.
I mean, you saying that he was outdoing them. He wasn't outdoing them. He was successful, yeah.
My
But
dude.
hold on.
Listen, I did
Damn, bro,
William
go ahead,
Ellison.
man.
Look. A lot of people ain't even know about William Ellison. So if you just learned about William Ellison 6 months ago, you
I
cannot
didn't.
tell me.
Trust
Okay,
me,
well,
I didn't just
okay.
learn about him.
What I'm telling you is, I'm quite sure you didn't know about him 2 years ago. Because a
Yes, I
lot of
did.
these everybody going to say they was the first one to understand that. I did
I wasn't the first
extensive
to
research.
understand anything.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to tell you is this. You using the European argument. Matter of fact, you saying shit that the Europeans wouldn't even say. And this is what they do. People like you just want us to keep on with this pity party, thinking that we were slaves when we got enough
No, that's not what
research.
I'm saying. That is
Okay,
not
what
what
you
I'm
saying then?
saying.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to put words in your mouth. Go ahead, explain to you. Explain.
That's all you was doing the whole time. But like, just like this news article I got from 1856, it talks about how William Ellison, he was an exception to the rule. He wasn't what everything that was going on. It says, occasionally, however, as in general rules, we find an exception. A correspondent of Saturday's Evening Post says, I haven't reading the paper. I ain't gonna read the whole shit, but it goes down talking about how reading this reminds me of the case of South Carolina, which the deserves nothing.
Oh, let me stop you. Hold up.
A Negro Man by
Wait,
William
hold
Ellison was
hold up.
Go ahead.
Hold up. What year is that article written in?
1856.
Oh, is it written in 1856 or is it
It's written
took
in
it? Hold up.
1856.
That don't sound like no 1856 language. That sound like
Hold on.
somebody who went back and did
It's from a
research.
newspaper from 1856. This is not a website article. It is from a scanned newspaper from 1856.
Okay, now go ahead, elaborate.
All right, where they're specifically talking about how he is the exception and not the rule. Says Negroes generally have not the capacity or industry to acquire wealth under any circumstances, bond or free. Occasionally, however, as in general rules, we find an exception. And then it goes on to a guy he reads he sends in his writing. He said, "I have reading in your paper an account of a free Negro in one of the free states who by his industry has accumulated several $1,000s worth of property and raised a large family. Reading this reminds me of a case of a South Carolina, which deserves notice. A Negro Man by William Ellison was bonded out by his master to a gin right in Winsboro, South Carolina. During this time of his apprenticeship, he was allowed by his master to do extra work. And from his industry and economy, he laid up sufficient money to purchase his freedom from his master. About 30 years ago, he came to Statesboro, Sumter District, South Carolina, and commenced gin making and repairing. In short time, he was able to produce his wife and children. And the last time I was in South Carolina in 1845, William Ellison owned 40 or 50 Negroes. So I don't understand. White people was never called Negroes, bro.
Okay, but let me explain to you something that you probably missing, right? All right, so when you read some of this stuff, right, they would tell you American Indians, right? They would say American Indians, and then they would say Negroes, right? Do you know how the classification of Negro came in this landmass?
How to class? Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Yes,
go ahead, tell me.
it came because they was taking people from a place they called Negro land.
Okay, now the Negro is a mixture between the Indian and the Slavic. This is when they started to create these terms. That's where the term Negro came from when they started.
Facts. No, that's
Listen,
not true.
let me say it one more time. Let me
Go
say it
ahead,
one more
and
time
I'm
to
gonna
you.
say what I gotta say.
Let me say it one more time to you. Let me say it one more time to you. Okay. The only reason why you would have seen melanated slaves because their mother was Slavic. So a
Let me
lot of
ask you a
times,
question.
let me elaborate on this, and then you can ask the question. So a lot of times, these Slavic women was running from these plantations, running into our land, and like how niggas swirl today, niggas was taking these Europeans as concubines and having children and procreating with them, and the children will come out like mulatto. Now we know I'm light skinned myself. Now
So when did this mixing start?
The mixing started in Bacon Rebellion in 18
Okay,
like.
so
Well,
this is
actually,
what
the
I'm
mix.
gonna say.
Actually,
You gave it 5,
oh,
1705.
actually, the mix.
1700s.
It came before that because I just explained to you that in the hair rooms of what we call Iberia, that some people call Europe today, the hair rooms, this shit been going on since Europeans was created. So it's
And
like,
don't
yo, go ahead,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
I'm talking
don't
about.
forget that the French king in the 1700s was paying motherfuckers and sending them over here to intermarry with us so that they could get the land through
Okay,
the ties
let
of kinship. This
me just get this
1700s, he was
understanding
paying
real
them the
quick.
equivalent of like 30,000 in today's money. They called it livre, Livre. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's some French shit, but he was paying motherfuckers to come over here and intermarry with the Indians so they could get our land. That's in the book 1700, where they even
Okay,
talking about the plan.
all
Several
right,
books.
that's fine. Now, this is what I'm trying to understand. So y'all saying it's a mixture between the Slav and American Indian. That's how you get the slave.
No, that's how you
No,
get the word
Negro.
Indian.
Oh, that's how you
That's
get the word. No, which one was it? Negro or
Negro.
Indian?
Negro.
Negro.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. All right, so
Slave is
look.
Slavic, bro.
So
Just look at the root.
let me just give you
Because we was talking about the word Negro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me give you
We
an
still are,
understanding.
bro. I'm just
All right,
showing
that's what I'm
you
trying
asked when
to.
the intermarrying began. When did the American Indians, so-called American Indians, and the Slavics start mixing to create this so-called Negro caste?
Yeah, so y'all saying that Negroes come from those two people.
Yes.
Nah, man, the word Negro comes from a dude named
Hold
Blumen
on.
Block in the Christian codes, man.
So when did
The
these
word
people start
Negro and
mixing?
black
That's what I'm
and
saying.
African American is just a caste system they put on you. Like
It's
they'll
not.
give
It's
you a
not. It's
Real
not even
word,
so
real
much.
word,
I don't
real
even
word,
care about the
real
etymology
word.
of the
What I'm
word right
telling
now.
him is this.
Hold
Listen,
on.
when they was classifying people, listen to this, okay?
Y'all gotta
When
let
they
me
was
get something
when
out,
they
man.
no, you could I mean you go I'm gonna say this and then you could go ahead and figure it out, because I don't want you to be trying to guess it and keep asking me questions. I'm gonna just make myself clear on what I'm
I just
saying.
want to know when these two people got introduced to
What
so
you
that they because you're saying the Negro comes from the mixture of these people. So when did they get produced?
when
Like
did
when did they introduce each other to be able to make these Negroes?
who introduce them?
Whoever you saying the Native
Okay, you
American and the
want to say
Slavic.
okay, you want to say black Moors, or you want to say people that came from Iberia that was connected to this culture, because we had
No,
a
because William Ellison owned 40 to 50 Negroes. You're trying to say
okay,
that's not black people.
he owned other other so-called mixtures of the American Indian and the Slavic.
So when we look back in time and they're talking about Negroes, they're not talking about what they generally talk about black people. That's what you're telling everybody.
And some listen, that term, you got to understand something. That term is exaggerated. It's exaggerated. Yes, sometimes they classify so-called Moors or American Indians as Negro, but because the Negro looked it like both of them, so they just started to classify everybody as that later on, and it ain't even they. People took on them classifications by default.
So the Negro look like the Slavic and the Mongoloid
No, the Negro.
mixed.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a mulatto? Have you ever seen a mulatto? You
Yes.
like I said, I'm light skinned. So my mother was light skinned and my father dark skinned. Okay. So my brother is dark skinned, and then my little brother is darker than me. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we know when this mixture come, it could come out many different ways. So what I'm telling you is that they would classify all the children of the Slavics as Negroes, bro. They weren't calling them mulattoes. They was calling them mulattoes, but they was also calling them Negroes too.
Yeah, mulatto man, light skin back then. See
Exactly.
what niggas thinking about all this old whitewash and these niggas, oh these half breed ass niggas wasn't no half breeds. Them octoroons, my nigga. These niggas
That's
is washed all the way out, bro. That's why I
that's
go
right.
so hard on niggas, cause it ain't
So
no half
so
breed did shit, my nigga.
so
These
when
octoroon niggas, these niggas got it's just think, bro. If you got an Indian, your grandmama Indian, your granddaddy white, boom. Now you born, you light skin and shit. You could go either way, but then they put you with a white girl. Now
yeah,
they
that's
know it's
fine.
still in
I
there. They're
get
gonna
that.
put you with a white girl again. That's 4 times right there.
I
So they
understand that, bro.
washing us out, bro. They say
They
in the book,
bleaching, yeah,
bro,
they
That's
they
bleaching us out. Yeah.
blanching us, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
come on, y'all. I think y'all staying away from the conversation. It started with
Okay.
William Ellison. I said William Ellison couldn't own white people.
But what we
I read
saying,
all.
okay, this the point you
Damn, I
missing.
can't even get two sentences. I
Look,
can't even
look,
get
look.
2 minutes,
Here, let me
man.
put it like this. I just posted the book with the free Negro owners and slaves, 1830, absentee shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole book. And it's talking about who own what. All these niggas own niggas. But it's a point that you missing, bro. And the point is that the best analogy I could come with personally from my research is that slave paperwork was your state ID, my nigga. You couldn't get caught out here in these streets without no ID, or the motherfuckers will grab you up and take you somewhere. So everybody had to have some paperwork. So niggas would have their sons and daughters and wives and grandmamas and aunties on the thing as they slaves, my nigga. So they would have some paperwork so these
That's
motherfuckers
fine.
couldn't grab them up because they didn't have no paperwork.
Hold on, but when that's not my point. I agree with
You
that.
saying he couldn't own Negroes?
No, he couldn't
Hey,
own
can you
white
put that?
people.
Hey, look.
He
Put that
couldn't own
article
white
in the
people.
chat. Put that article in the chat room. I want to see it myself.
What he said they couldn't own white people is what he said.
I want to see
Yeah,
the article. But put
yeah.
the if you got that, hold on, no, not a
I'm about to
coincidence.
put it in there.
If
I'm gonna put
okay,
it in
put
there
it in
right
there.
now. Right
Yeah, I want to
now.
read that. I just put that book in there, bro. And the book, and even what's crazy is when you go to the book, just look, you ain't even got to read it. It's a short book, so you can read it fast. But when you scroll down in the reviews, somebody wrote, my research has Now this is just a random person, you know, you take it however. And it says subject, black slave owners. My research has discovered many wealthy black slave owners. Cherokee and Creek owned blacks and blacks owned Indians also. Some whites, Irish were owned by blacks, although owning Christians was outlawed very early. Rockefeller Foundation helped printed this book, ironic as they were part of the families that monopolized the slave trade. Everybody own everybody, my nigga. This whole slave concept is not what you niggas be thinking, bro. This shit is not roots, bro.
And
That shit
even
is a
with Christians,
fabrication.
yo, hey, Hawk School, look, listen, remember this. Even when Christians, okay, remember Charles V in 15, according to their timeline, in the 1500s was a motherfucking Negro with a Sunni fucking beard. And he was also under Catholicism or Christianity. So the original Christians were Moors that lived in Rome. So
Tribe.
so even when we talking about them, we automatically assume that Christians are white people. No, they converted later on, and the religion was based on what we see as white people being the how do you want to say the forerunners in that religion. But originally, when you go back, Charlemagne, Constantine, fucking, like I said, Charles the Fifth, Charles the Fourth, Charles the Third, Charles the Second, Charles the
Was Henry
First.
the Eighth one of them? Or one of
Yes,
them Henrys? Yeah,
yes,
because I've been watching
all
a
of the
lot of them.
Germans.
I've been watching all them medieval, all that old medieval shit, and these niggas is brothers killing brothers, niggas killing their daddies. These European countries wasn't as rich as niggas thought back then. That's why they came over here stealing our shit, my nigga. I don't understand how people can't piece it together. You know what I'm saying? It's even got. I just did a video and the European out here talking about how the Indians was calling themselves Romans. Now, if you go do the etymology on Rome, it don't have no origin, bro. It's a word of uncertain origin.
That's a fact.
But
See,
the history that they talk about when they put them, a lot of history comes from over here. If we had starports and the number 0 and shit, then people came over here to learn our shit.
Bro, look,
So
and
a
on
lot
the
of people,
north side of St. Louis, bro, this is what blew my mind because I done went around this water tower 1,000 times buying weed, my nigga, allegedly. It's a motherfucking Corinthian tower on the north side in the hood of St. Louis, and it's twice as big as the motherfucking, what they call them, the shit in Greece. The largest Corinthian tower on the planet Earth, nigga, is on the north side of St. Louis, bro.
see, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even when you're dealing with that, a lot of like these cathedrals and shit was already here. But when I'm saying that, like a lot of these classifications, we would assume that Europeans was the ones doing it when Europeans was the main one they was on the bottom of the caste system.
That part.
So when he talk about William Ellison, or he was an exception, post that shit in the chat room and let me see it. And I hope to God this ain't some
It's
shit that
in
was.
there.
I don't see it.
It's in there.
You put it in the YouTube. Oh, matter of fact, you
Nah,
know
the
what?
private chat. The private
You
chat.
know what's
Hold up.
crazy though, is when we talking about these timelines, bro, like 1865, all this shit, bro. Remember, because I'm in St. Louis, nigga, gateway, the arch is the gateway to the west, right? It wasn't until 1850 that a motherfuckers even crossed the Mississippi River, my nigga. So what makes you
facts.
think they conquered this continent?
And when we
See?
start understanding that story, that's what I was trying to say is the Louisiana Purchase started from St. Louis, and then you put ANA at the end of it.
Talk to them, bro.
That was
That's
an
what I'm saying.
empire. Go ahead, though. I'm
This
just
shit
like
that niggas is
about time
like our
somebody yelled it.
concept of America, all this United States of America, all this shit, bro. These motherfuckers had not crossed the Mississippi River, my nigga. You can see, nigga, I could go to St. Louis to the river and see Illinois from there. You ain't finna go over there? Why? Because there's a whole bunch of niggas lined over there to take your head off.
And we had sciences to change rivers around up near St. Louis in the 1860s when they did it in Chicago and up there where you at. So I'm just
Yeah,
like, you was
because
greater than what
Mississippi
you were
was the
saying,
track,
man.
my nigga. The Mississippi River was the motherfucking boulevard. That's where niggas was getting their sack up. That's a fact, bro.
So you saying the best boats? We had sweet boats except for sweet cars.
Bro, we had them steamboats that you could race, nigga. You could race these boats. When I just did a build on the Great Fire, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? And this is when these Great Fires is just like these riots. When these motherfucking peasants came in, burning our shit up, stealing our shit, because all the land down there by the arch, when you do the history on St. Louis, they'll say that it was owned by us, bro. Niggas owned all that land. But these people done
And you know
came
the
down here.
Corvette.
They done brought all these people in through Ellis Island, all these peasants, and they done set them loose on us. Basically like some roaches, bro. Like, here, get they shit. You go get some land. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at 1849, this the gold rush. These motherfuckers is still on motherfucking horses and buggies. So they ain't building no cathedrals.
Hey, let me ask this. Wait, hold on. Where he go? He left. Not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, right? So in the 1800s, right? What stopped white people from running up in William Ellison's shit, taking his shit, and putting him back into slavery?
That part.
Remember even in the what's the name paper when they say a white man has no bound to respect any rights that a black man has. So what stopped these racist ass white people from running up in William Ellison's shit, taking his shit, taking his slaves, taking his land, and putting him back into slavery?
So just because it didn't happen to him, it happened to plenty other people.
Okay, so why it didn't happen to him in South Carolina? South Carolina was one of the races, according to what we hear in history.
Stop, bro. But see, this is what I'm saying. You keep going to these history books, but you keep saying don't listen to what they tell you. So
no,
one of the biggest,
piece it all together is what we're saying, bro. You getting trapped in the pages.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
no, we're not trapped. We free. We free, my dude. We free.
I'm free.
No, you're not free. We free. You still think you was a slave?
Bro, can I say one thing? Why?
All right, but don't elaborate on anything. All right, answer the question.
No,
go ahead, bro. Man. It's all love,
just
my
like,
nigga.
Listen,
relax.
Well, then let me talk. We had the largest free population of black people was in slave states like Virginia, South Carolina. So I don't know
how?
Because
so
they would
why,
get free and not leave.
So they would give. Hold on. All right. So hold on. So let's make sense of this shit. Let's make some sense of this shit, right? So the accounts that we seen in our life, and when they show you back in the 60s and the 50s and all this, how white people was running up in your land, hanging, lynching niggas or whatever. It's so funny that you don't hear about no motherfucking lynchings in the 1800s. All of the lynchings came at the end of the 1800s. And the other thing is that I find very fucking funny is this, right? So, okay, so now all of you find me some lynchings that was done in the 1800s. All of them is going to be like 1880, all the way into the 1900s, bro. What are you talking about?
Bro, go watch an old Wild West movie and go see how them clampers was getting their ass hung on a daily, bro. They was hanging each other. Go look at them little shanty gold rush towns.
Everything is go watch a movie. Go watch a movie.
Well, my nigga, because it's sad that I have to say that, my nigga. But you could go look at the pictures of the Wild West. You could go do a whole study on the gold rush of 1849 and see who was looking for some gold because they was poor as shit because it wasn't no niggas.
Not a coincidence. Are you saying that all black people come from Africa and were slaves in the 13 colonies?
He knows for a fact that the first slaves in America, including the colonies, were in fact white slaves. Not indentured servants, white slaves.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then study,
do the research.
No. He said, no, I don't gotta do no research. He said that I know.
Definitely gotta do some research, my nigga. We're talking about research.
Yo, all y'all do is sit up here and freestyle. Like, come on, man.
No, we really not freestyling.
You what we read. You talking about an article, my nigga. I'm talking about 500.
It's called paraphrasing. And what I'm doing is
documentation right now on white slavery right now.
Hey, look, he said freestyling. Well, hey, look, what I do is I paraphrase and I summarize information I got. Ain't none of this shit I'm doing. I made up, my dude. Everything I'm doing,
Why
I'm
don't you
paraphrasing.
just look up the orphan trains?
I just posted a whole book, my nigga, about free Negro slave owners in 1830. I posted it right in the chat twice.
And I got the other 7 to go with them. Hold
so
up.
Have you ever read those?
Hold on. First of all, why y'all trying? Yes, of course. Like, but why are you trying to act like I'm saying there wasn't Negro slave owners? I never said that. I said these niggas wasn't owning white people, and y'all still haven't proved
that. That's false.
Hold on,
y'all keep trying to say everything I'm not saying.
That's
y'all
false.
keep trying to say everything I'm not saying.
That's false, bro.
That they couldn't own white people. That's just it.
What? That's false.
Show me. Show it.
All right, hold up.
Show it.
Yeah,
Y'all
don't
keep
say
trying to
black
say that
people. Hold on. This is what I
all this
want to
other
ask y'all
shit.
too. Are y'all saying the Indians had slave owners or the black folks?
Both Indians and blacks own white slaves. I'm about to prove that.
Yeah, okay.
Facts.
I thought we was wondering.
Yeah, make sure it's before not make sure it's after 1672. Let me see that.
Well, earlier he
Well,
asked
what?
you what time. You said any time.
No,
Okay.
I didn't even. I never got to talk. I can show you the law in 1670 in Virginia where they passed it. So that y'all don't let me talk. So show me
Yeah, but
after
you talking about
1670.
Virginia, bro? At
And
the
William
time,
Ellison is way
people
after
wasn't
16.
honoring other niggas' state laws, my nigga.
Man, I don't
They
listen. We're
still
not
barely
going
do
by
that.
that.
When you said 1670, though, I want you to prove places they was in America is just running crazy in America.
In
Prove that they was even in
1672,
America.
they hadn't made it
Hey,
across the
look.
Mississippi in 1850, my
Hey,
nigga.
look. We got a book right here called Black Masters, White Slaves, bro. So I'm gonna pull this up and just read to you a couple of different scenarios, bro. And this ain't something I made up. So this ain't something I made up. I'm like I said, everything I'm talking to you is I'm paraphrasing numerous hours and. Come on, my dude. I understand that your mind can't understand what we saying, bro. But we have sources to prove this shit.
Bro, you could go all down my YouTube and everything I'm telling you is a book, a build for motherfucking 2-3 hours with books and sources that you can go read for yourself, primary sources, 1600, 1700, 1800, whatever you want to do, bro. Like I do this shit, bro. I'm reading these books where the motherfucking letters ain't even the same. 500 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga getting a migraine trying to see which is an S and which is an F because they both here. 500 pages of that shit, bro, to sit up here for a nigga to talk about an article, my nigga. We got to do more. Like I be telling niggas want, oh, well, show me this, show me that. Bro, these people are trying to cover this shit up. It's like a motherfucker covering up
That's
a murder.
right. Yes.
Show me the clue.
Yes.
Where the fingerprints on the gun?
Yes.
Come on,
And
bro.
see, look, that's the best way to put it.
So it's all conjecture.
This an investigation, my nigga, on a cover up.
I do want to allow not a coincidence a chance to get his shit off without being interrupted, y'all. Let's get it off, y'all. Go ahead. Not a coincidence.
I'm waiting for fam to read that out that book.
I'm about to pull up 6 books for you. Just give me a second. I
don't need 6.
No.
Listen.
Look. When
show me.
All right, hold up. Just give me. Hey, look. Go ahead. You can talk until I present this shit. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
I don't got nothing to say. All you gotta do is show me after 1670. That's in America. That's all I'm looking for.
We got to be forensic scientists with this shit, my nigga. We can't be beat cops on this.
Hey, A1, if you don't mind, can you drop them books in the back, my brother?
I gotta try because they on my every time I try to put them in there, like it's hard to really get them up. I gotta put them in my Google Drive and then do it like that. It's hard to transfer.
YouTube will block it.
Yeah, it's hard to transfer from my downloads because a lot of these books are in PDF. So it's hard to like for me going right in my download and copy and paste it and putting it into the chat room. Sometimes the shit doesn't come up. You know what I'm saying? So if I can, bro, if you email me, I can probably send them to you through email.
All right, I'm putting my email in the back right now.
So that'll probably be the best way.
What's crazy, A1, is if niggas even look at the people who talk and look at niggas' channels, bro, niggas don't even be getting no money off this shit, my nigga. Ain't nobody paying a nigga to lie to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is doing all this work to bring the truth to our people, and niggas be argumentative like we on the other side, my nigga. We on the same side.
I'm gonna keep it a book. Not a coincidence. Been around y'all for years, man. He heard this before. This ain't shit new to him. He just don't do the research.
That's cool though. It's good for the people to see.
I don't do the research, but I do plenty of research.
You don't debunk nothing, bro. You don't debunk nothing because if you was doing the research, if you was doing the real research, bro, if you was doing the research, you would be hip to what's going on at this point. So there's no way you can say you do the research, bro. You're the police. You're the police, though.
You're the police, bitch.
No, you're the police, bro.
Whoa, nigga, that's my
like, you
word.
weird.
I know you
weird,
ass,
dude.
my nigga. You can't be around no real niggas. Cause
You're
that's my word. If
weird.
you was in
You're
any real
weird,
hood,
bro.
you
You're
calling niggas
weird, bro.
police
You're
without no
weird.
paperwork, none of
You're
that. Niggas been
weird.
took you out of
You're
here, nigga.
weird.
Fuck
But
out
you're
of
not
here.
gonna do shit. You're
You
not gonna do
corny,
shit.
cause you
You're
cause
not
you
gonna
all
do
the way on
shit.
the other
Hey,
side
don't
of the
go
world.
left,
You bitch
man. That's
ass
what
You're
this
nigga.
not
shit
gonna
for,
do
man.
shit.
Fuck
Let's
out of
stay
here,
on
man.
course, man.
I
Cause
pull up.
niggas is
Niggas is
I
learning
will
this
crazy.
shit
pull up.
out here on
You
YouTube,
I
always
man.
will
say
pull
that. Hit
up.
me
Fuck
when
all
you
that other
in
shit.
New York,
Nigga, send your
motherfucker.
address, nigga.
Nigga, hit me
Hey
when you in
man,
New
y'all
York.
can
I'll
do that
meet you,
on the
nigga. Fuck
private
out of here,
level, man.
nigga.
Y'all call each other or
Fuck
something, man.
out of
Let
here,
these
man.
people learn.
Send your address so I can let my
Fuck out of
dispatch
here.
know I need
This
to go
nigga
to New
stay in
York.
my
The fuck
DM
what you
like a
talking
little
about?
bitch anyway. Like, fuck
Bitch,
out
you
of here.
stay in my DM. You follow
Fuck, I
me. I
don't
don't
hit
follow
you,
you.
nigga. You hit me, bro. I can
The
show, nigga.
fuck
You
you
hit
talk
me all
about,
the
Hey,
dude?
love,
time.
love,
You
love. Hey,
Anyway,
unfollow
niggas,
you the
me,
y'all
then
police,
be
bro.
in
vibrations. I
my
thought
You
you
the
DM.
niggas was
Nigga,
police.
fuck
kings
out of
and
here.
gods
You the
and shit,
police,
bro.
not a
What's
coincidence.
up
You
with
the
you little
police. You're not
Fuck
gonna
out
do
vibrators?
of here.
shit. You're a government informant. You're a
Come on,
rat. You
bro.
eat
You
cheese.
just
You ain't gonna
bitch,
do shit
nigga.
about
Just
it,
cause
nigga.
you say it don't make it
You ain't
true.
gonna do
Just like
shit.
every
You
other
ain't gonna do
lie y'all
shit.
niggas tell. Fuck out of here,
Wow.
bitch.
Nigga,
You
your
came
people
up here
told
to
you
do
was
all this shit.
Shinnecock.
You
You still
corny
talking
as
about
a bitch.
African.
They
You a
say the
You
gods
police.
must
corny
be
bitch.
crazy because I let my hair
You
grow
corny.
wild, looking like a nappy nigga child. Black
That
folks say cut that
that nigga
bush.
family told him he was Shinnecock. He still talking about some African shit. You the police, boy. You hate
Bro,
your
you's
fucking
a
family.
clown,
You the
bro. What
fucking police, nigga.
you don't even know what you talking about, bro. That's how
Yeah, I
dumb
know
you
what
are.
I'm
That's why I'm
talking
part of
about.
my family, you dumbass
Clown
nigga.
ass nigga.
Fuck out of here. It
Hey,
just so
let's talk
happened
about these
that
books,
all y'all
man.
niggas claim tribes that enslaved y'all. Get the fuck
Man,
out
we
of
can
here.
save all that, man.
Fuck out of
Save
here,
all
man.
that, bro.
It's
Nigga
this nigga,
always
yo.
over
This
here.
my
He
family
weird.
was saying
Why you
all this
always over
shit.
here? You always
Cause
want to
I could
debate,
do that
nigga.
and you ain't
Go
gonna
teach on
say
your
it.
channel, nigga.
Fuck out of
Hawks
here.
You a
don't fly
bitch.
with pigeons, man. Hawks don't fly with
Nigga
pigeons, man.
retarded as
Fly
fuck,
higher,
bro.
fly higher.
Nigga been over here for 3 years, still trying to debate dumb shit.
This how I know I be right. Cause y'all
You don't
niggas
be
be
right
scared
about
to
shit,
death.
nigga. You don't be right
Y'all niggas
about
be
shit.
scared to death to talk about anything like a man.
Oh, you telling me the
You
white
start
man
crying like a
snatched
little
us.
bitch.
The white man
See, you
snatched
Fuck
know,
out of
us.
when
here.
y'all do
The
this shit,
white
man, it
Start
man.
make the
crying a
people
little bitch.
forget what they was learning, bro. And niggas got
Yeah,
short
he
attention
did this shit
spans
on
as it
purpose.
is, man.
He
So
did it on
as long
purpose.
as I'm right here, I ain't finna let niggas steal the show with all this negativity, bro.
Nah,
I
y'all
just
got it,
ain't.
man. I'm chilling. You got it.
Ain't not a coincidence. Was so you're
Yo,
saying
I
that
ain't forget to
people
hold
wasn't on
on.
this
Hold on.
land. You saying that people wasn't
That's
great?
not what I'm saying. Hold on. That's not what I'm saying. I never said that. What I'm saying is Negroes is not owning white slaves after 1670. So I'm still waiting to see that. While
Sheesh.
everybody's causing all this confusion, that's what it was about. Because y'all brought up William Ellison. I told you couldn't own white people. He wasn't owning white people. We showed an article. He had 40 to 50 Negroes. Where's these white people being enslaved?
Okay, what about John
Jamaica.
Henson? What
That's
about
that's
John
not on
Henson?
the.
What about John Henson, the president of America, before the white man? See, I'm just trying to
See,
put
now you
proof to
confused.
you that.
Hold on, now
Hold
stop.
on,
No, that's not
I'm just gonna
proof.
give it right back
That's
to
you
you.
fucking shit up, bro.
Can
He
I
was he was
just
he
give
was
it
in
Let's
right
do the
back to
Liberia,
you?
Irish
bro.
Jamaicans, bro. Let's look up Jamaica and the Irish that was over there working the sugar cane shit.
I'm just trying to put into some proof that we had power over here and people was under us
Well, I mean, you got
No,
to
on this
think
Rubo,
scale
about it,
when they
bro.
say that
Rubo,
Look,
John Henson
let's be
was an
Hold
logical,
on,
bro.
aboriginal
hold
Who
on.
that
taught these
See,
people how to farm this land anyway,
hold
bro?
on,
So you gonna tell
hold
me
on.
some nigga who don't know how to farm the land is just gonna be made the kingpin? He don't even know what to tell the nigga to do. He don't even know if a nigga doing something wrong or not. Let's just think about it from a logical aspect, bro.
All right, I
Niggas could
got
just
you.
be out in the
So
field digging holes because this motherfucker don't know nothing about what's going on around here. So it's
but he
gotta
talking
be
about servitude and putting us to that, and I'm just like, there's proof that we was in power doing powerful shit and people was under us, and he can't rebut
bro,
that.
nobody's. That's not my argument, bro. What are you talking about,
his
man?
You said
argument is
Like,
that
slavery.
we
You said
weren't
fuck
white
that
out of
people
here,
niggas could
man.
not own
under.
white
You
people
said
after
white people under.
1672. Is that correct, bro?
After 1670 in America,
Okay, so that's his premise. And you say you posted an article that proves that's a fact?
No, I posted an article that talked about William Ellison owning Negroes, and that he was the exception and not the rule. That it wasn't just niggas running around here owning motherfuckers.
So William Ellison had special. So he had special privilege over the rest of the Negroes, right? And
No,
it
he
was a
didn't have
white, and
special
it was a.
privilege.
I
Listen.
mean, obviously he did. If it was an exception,
No,
if they
no,
allow,
you could,
but
Well,
brother,
what about the
listen,
book I just
bro,
posted with the free Negro owners
Oprah's an
1830,
exception,
bro?
bro.
It's a whole book just full of niggas who
That's
own
fine.
hundreds and fifties of
And if you
motherfucking
go in the
slaves.
beginning of that book, if you go in the beginning of the book, it'll tell you most of them people own their family members, bro.
That's
because
my
there was
so
on,
piece it
because there
together.
was laws.
So what is
Listen, there was
slavery
laws
then?
that
What is slavery
bro,
if I own
stop.
my mama?
Yeah, but stop, bro. Bro,
I'm
it was only
asking
like
you,
a
bro.
thousand something. Bro, listen to me. That does not account for all the slave owners there was. There was
Bro.
way
No,
more
Ain't
no, but it
slave
gives us
owners.
a
slave.
different
Now hold
picture
on,
of
See
what
what
bro,
I mean?
slavery is, bro. It
no.
paints a different
Oh my,
picture of what
listen.
See
slavery
what I mean?
even
Doesn't.
was as an
No, it doesn't.
institution.
No,
And
it
if
doesn't.
I
No,
own
it
my
does
children
not.
and my mama, my nigga, do you think I was
No, it
beating
doesn't.
them, nigga, making them work 14 hours
Listen,
outside?
that's not every slave got beat, so I don't even know why you saying that, bro. Why are
That
you
don't
saying
correlate
that?
with the story then. That don't correlate with the
Why?
story then.
But why y'all following some story that y'all keep saying don't follow?
Bro, you're
This is
following the
not.
story that all
No,
niggas
I'm
were
not.
slaves and got their ass
Yo,
beat by white
listen.
people. That's the
I
story that we've
disagree
been
with
told, bro.
everything you. I just disagree with everything you saying.
Like,
So
come
how
on,
I'm
are you
following
serious,
the
bro? Are
story?
you being serious right now?
How I'm following the
Come
story?
on, man.
Then
All
you're
Yeah,
right,
not
you
all right,
making
asking
no
nice
them
one,
sense.
shit,
sis.
my nigga. We
All
ain't
right,
on
that's
that
why
Bro,
I
listen
bullshit.
say
to me. Yo,
rat.
listen. There's laws in Virginia at this time that kept people staying there. They was trying. They was trying to acquire their whole family. They would still have other people enslaved, and they wouldn't leave. So
Bro, that's in
the free ones,
Virginia.
they would
But you
listen.
still only talking about
Hold on.
Virginia. Cause look,
Listen,
there was
Virginia,
motherfucking
South
Emperor
Carolina.
Norton of San Francisco. This nigga, some European, made himself Emperor of San Francisco in the mid 1800s. So niggas wasn't recognizing everything going on state by state, is what I'm telling you, bro.
That wasn't
And it
even a
wasn't until
state then, though.
after 1850 that they even got across
That
the
wasn't
Mississippi
even a
River.
state.
So what's
All right,
happening
that's
to the
fine,
other
but it wasn't
niggas,
even a
bro?
state though.
Where the other 12, 20, 15 million niggas? What's going on with them?
There isn't 12, 20, 15 million niggas.
How
You want to
many is it?
call those other people's niggas and not. Those are the people y'all say y'all not.
Bro,
The
they only
niggas
brought
is on the East
400,000
Coast.
motherfuckers over to Brazil, my nigga. And that's where all these niggas came from that's in America now?
You said, no, that's not where all they came. What do you listen? I'm
I'm
telling you
talking
these
about
free
these
people
so-called
there.
slaves, bro.
There's
Where did all
Negroes,
these
there's
niggas come from
Negroes
that I see in every hood in
from
America?
Africa, nigga. From Africa. From
Bro, you
Africa,
out.
nigga.
Where's the
You see?
documentation for
Fuck
that? You
out of
out your
here.
mind, bro.
Fuck out of here, man. I like how y'all
You
keep
out your
diverting from the
mind, my
point.
nigga.
Where's these black people owning white people at? Y'all still
Hey,
haven't shown that.
how many African slaves came to North America?
Where's these white people that are owning? Where's these
Bro,
black people that are
Hey man,
owning?
you can move the flagpole all around this motherfucker, and we're gonna keep
What are you
right.
talking about?
sticking
5 minutes?
that
Ain't no
motherfucker in
moving
the
the
ground and
flagpole. He
stepping on
said
it.
that he was about to. A1 said he's going to read a book. He
Hey,
never read
give
the
me a
book
second,
because the
bro. I'm
book is
trying
talking
to
about the
look.
Barbary Coast.
Listen, ain't
I'm
talking
still
Man,
about
it's
waiting
some
on that.
simple shit like that. We had a president that had all white people under him before 1776. So that's after your
Yo, bro,
1640.
you don't know
I
what
said
you're
all
talking
of them
about,
was under
John.
him, bro.
There's two John Hensons. There's one who was the president of the whatever in America, and then there's John Henson. You're talking about was in Liberia, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
Man, that dude that was in like, hold
That's
on,
the
bro.
oldest. Listen, that's the
Now,
oldest
which
like
two?
pseudo
Which
shit
one
you
are
could
you?
talk
Which one am
about.
I talking about?
Wait, what
I'm
year?
talking
My
What
about the
year in
nigga
man. Which one
John
am I
Liberia?
talking
Henson,
about?
man.
The man
What
in
year in
Liberia
Liberia?
Man,
What
look it
or the
year?
up.
man in
Look it
No,
up.
no,
America?
no, no,
Which one
no.
am I
Mm-mm. What
talking
year
about?
in
Look it up.
Liberia?
Look it
What
up.
year in
Look it
Liberia?
up.
You
Look
you
it
know
up,
I'm
bro.
asking for a reason. That's why you saying look it up. What year in Liberia?
Look it up. Look it
Just
up.
say it, bro.
I
Just say
don't
it.
I don't
care.
have
I'm
to
just
say
State your
anything
asking
to
which
you,
source.
my
one
nigga.
am I
I'm not
talking
saying
about?
nothing to you
State your source. Why not?
I'm talking about the
because I
president.
don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm talking
See
about the
what I'm saying,
president too.
y'all?
I'm talking about the
Okay,
president
then
too.
he had white people as subjects and servants, and under the
No,
great, they could say it, the great
I'm
peace and
telling
hope.
you, you got the people confused.
Rebut it, bro. Rebut it.
I just
A
did.
president
I
has
just
people
did.
under them as servants in the time of servitude and slavery.
Man, you could pull up some video footage of white people waiting on Daddy Grace in motherfucking Harlem
You
when they
could
was
pull up
following
white
him as a
people
god,
picking
nigga. And this
cotton.
is in the
Facts, boss.
1900s, bro. Like, motherfuckers
Yeah,
been
but there
knowing
was
we was
no.
them
That's
niggas. I
fine.
don't know why you don't want us to be.
Oh man.
So you're saying there's no proof of white people picking cotton and the stuff that my brother just said?
I never said that, bro. Y'all keep
Okay,
trying
then.
to
So we're
move
proving
So
past
your
my
why are
argument.
you
point.
like forcing this? We came from the bottom shit, my nigga. When we the top of the food chain of the whole planet Earth.
When did I ever say that? That's what y'all saying. Just because
That's
I
the
disagree with
premise,
one
my
or two
nigga.
things y'all say.
That's the
No, it's not
premise.
the
And
premise.
let's
The premise
just
is
get away
listen.
from
No,
all
no.
of that
I
and let's
listen.
just be in the now
Listen. No, no,
and
no, no.
see who does the whole planet Earth hate now, my nigga. And why would the whole planet Earth
earth hate some
That
niggas
ain't
that
nothing
wasn't
new.
nothing but
That's
some
nothing
bottom
new.
feeders from the jump. Think about it,
Exactly,
bro.
Hulk.
Because
Exactly.
of media and
Hey, look,
propaganda.
hey, look.
Media and
Hey,
propaganda.
hey, real quick, right? All right, boom. What he says about the 1600s is true because, but hold up, it's true
Thank
to
you.
a point. No, 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 no. It's only true to a point if you allow your mind to believe what these motherfuckers is telling you. Because first of all, now look, it say white slave, black slave owners in America. Robert M. Grooms. It says in the Johnson family, now they call him African American, but let's dodge the hijack. It's a owner of white and black slaves has revealed the fact that blacks owned white slaves in America. Now check this out, right? Now
That was
understand
in
this, right?
1650, bro. That's in,
Okay.
they talking about Anthony Johnson 1650. Come on, bro.
As a
Brought the book. You
researcher,
brought it.
as a researcher and as a motherfucker who got a fucking brain, right? Now remember, they brought us here in 1619 as slaves, right? So now you telling me even the Anthony Johnson story is fucking suspicious, my dude, because
You
they brought
know,
you in.
they
Yes,
got to
yes.
start
Oh,
all over.
don't give me
They
the
didn't bring you here
European,
as slaves.
my
In
dude.
1619, they didn't bring you here as slaves, bro.
Bro,
That's where you wrong at. That's where you wrong at.
what's the bitch name that got the article in the Time magazine? What the fuck is her name? Hannah Nicole Smith, okay? They always tell you 1619, nigga.
They brought you here
deviate.
as
Hold up,
you was an
bro.
indentured servant. You was
They
an indentured
don't
servant. And you can get out of it.
deviate. Listen, my dude, they don't deviate from it. That indentured slave story, the indentured servant story is so you will believe that black people was able to get free. But from our history and what they told us here, they freed black people in 1865. But now also got the forgotten cause of Civil War here that tells you that the reason of the Civil War was over white slavery. So now that story don't even add up. So which one, what is true and what is not true? And what should we believe and what shouldn't we believe? If this nigga was able to own white slaves in the 1600s, what the fuck made you think that they ain't owned slaves all the way up until 1865? Cause you don't want to believe that, right? You don't want to believe that, right? So if blacks was owned slaves in the 1600s, what makes you think they weren't slave owning them in the 1800s? Because you found the article that white people telling you that they didn't.
Mom, I have to give all to myself.
Shit crazy.
Where he at?
He ran.
Where he at? But Hawk School.
Shit
See, listen,
crazy.
like I originally said when I first came up here, right? We got a lot of answers, a lot of questions to ask, right? That doesn't make no sense. And what happens is this: white people will be the one that come up and offer the answer
Hold
because
on,
we're
my
still
bad. I
sitting up
got a
here.
phone call. What I
Look,
missed? What I missed?
we still sit up here deliberating or trying to make sense of this shit because according to the history that they told us, none of this shit factored out. So
That's a
now
fact.
white people just comes up and then they come up and make the explanation for us and we believe them. So now they telling you, now listen, am I wrong or am I right? Don't they
No.
tell you from 1619 until 1865 they had blacks in bondage? Now they forget to tell you the fact that black people was free. You had according to them freemen, you had blacks owning slaves all in the time from 1619 until 1865. And what the fuck they forgot to tell you was this one I'm about to read to you right now, my brother. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, man.
Man, I told these nigga 1858, man. In London, great stink of London. These hunkies didn't even know where to put the goddamn shit coming out their ass, bro. They ain't even know what to do with their own shit. This 1858, London, capital city. You know what I'm saying?
As
Motherfuckers
everybody
can't
say,
even
the
flush the
Moors.
toilet, my
Don't
nigga.
got nothing to do with
Conquered
nothing.
who?
I'm talking
When?
shit about that nigga Al Young in the chat, but everybody say the
Well,
Moors
I didn't
taught the
hear
Europeans.
what he
So how
said.
can we have slaves then? If the
I didn't hear
Moors
what he
taught the
said.
Europeans everything, why
I got a
didn't
phone call,
everybody
bro.
have European slaves then?
And then when you start doing the research on the architecture and see all these buildings that was here that these motherfuckers never built, you think niggas was out here with no shirt on living in teepees, my nigga?
All right, here you go right here, right? So this is a forgotten cause of Civil War. It's in the prefix. It say what is often overlooked, however, is the fact that in reality, this is a social classification. A white person and a person who has a distant black ancestor but no discernible black traits look the same and are both psychologically white human beings. It was a common thinking in the North to hold that slave who looked white or look like a white person and not mulatto and not black people, as it will be seen in the political ramifications of white slavery was the ultimate cause of the Civil War. Now, these motherfuckers been telling us that the Civil War was over black people, but then at the same time,
you didn't just read what you just read, bro?
I've been realized this a race war.
No. I read the.
You don't understand what you just read?
Yes, I understand it.
So
you want me? Let me say it again. It said, as it will be. No. Let me say it again. As it will be seen, the political ramifications of white slavery was the ultimate cause of the Civil War. Now, don't change the narrative to what they've been telling us what the Civil War was about. It was supposed to be about black slavery.
Hold on.
But now we read. No. Hold on, my ass.
Stop.
Listen, if you go to any scholar.
I got the book, bro. You're bugging. It's telling you that the white
give me the white man. Give me your white man
explanation. They just mentioned Negro in there. They just said Negro in there.
And they just said Negroes that look white. They just said Negroes that look white that just went right back into what I told you about black men mating with Slavic women. Brother.
Man, through the whole book. Listen, stop, bro. You doing way too much, man.
Yo, you doing way too much because you trying to brainwash us.
No,
down south, we call it stuck on.
Why did they say anything about Negro in there? Why did they say anything about Negro in there?
My dude, I'm gonna read it to you again. I'm gonna read it to you again.
Wow.
It says a white person. Listen, no. It says a white person and a person who has a distinctive black ancestor. Now, wait a minute. What would this distinguished black ancestor be? Hold up. Hold the fuck up.
It's the one
I just
rule,
I just told you that white Slavic women used to run away from. Bro, let me get finished. Let me get on my A1 mutual. AP mutual. Okay, I just told you from the get-go that it was white Slavic women that was running away from these plantations, running into our community. And if you want to say Indian or Aboriginal men at that time, used to take them on as concubines. Now, understand this, right? It says a white person and a person who has a distant black ancestor, but no discernible black traits, look the same and are psychologically white human beings. Motherfucker, what are you talking about?
Not to other white people because they got black blood in them.
I'm done, man. I'm done.
It's the honor class, man. You in the wrong classroom. You gotta go down in the basement to the left, bro.
I told y'all.
I'm done.
They're telling you they hate white black people so much that if they know you got a little bit of black blood in you, they treat you way different.
Ain't nothing you can do.
That was Walter Plecker. That was Walter Plecker in 1921. We're talking about 1865.
You don't want me to pull that book up. I got the book.
I don't give a fuck if you pull up or not. All right, listen. Everybody in the chat room.
You ran from the other book.
I'm not running from nothing. I already explained it.
Man, let's get some bows and arrows in the chat, man.
And you can't find no white.
Everybody, all right, hold on.
Come on, man.
Hold on. AP, can you just mute this brother for 1 second, please? Please just mute him, man. Everybody in the chat room. If you agree with what the Civil War was supposed to be to free black slaves, right? That's what everybody on the panel is. That's what we've been told, that the Civil War was to free black slaves, right? Yes or no?
That's definitely what they told. Yep.
Yes or no? Yes or no, right? But here we have a book that's telling us that the Civil War was to free white slaves. And then we have another guy who telling us in 1619, when they took black people from these places in Africa and brought them here to be fucking slaves, in the 1600s, you got black people owning white people, and you don't believe in your fucking mind to be able to dodge the hijack that from 1619 to 1865, there were still black people owning white people? You don't believe that?
Because of an article in Virginia.
How could you believe you ain't showing?
I can easily believe it because all of the history is all lies. Everything that they tell us is lies. And then when we run across these lies, we're like, well, listen, Every history that they telling us that was put on us, we're finding out that it was the opposite. And then when we find out it's the opposite, we try to create some type of sense or reality to keep our mind state in that slave condition. So for you to continue to be a slave, you want to make up an explanation that the white man wouldn't even agree with you on.
You
A
are the
white person.
personification of cognitive dissonance, my nigga.
A white man would come up here and disagree with you, man. So if they lying about some of this shit, you think that they telling you the truth about? No, you have to use your fucking theory, and you have to come up with the hypothesis to fucking understand what the fuck is going on at this point in time, bro. You can't sit here and be like, oh, huh? Say that again.
Make shit up. That's what you're saying.
We ain't making nothing up. Well, I'm using common fucking sense because
No, it's not, bro. Listen.
according to these,
You said you had
bro,
6,
we're
7 books
using
that's gonna
common
prove that you
fucking
can
sense,
name
bro.
these people and all that. You didn't do it. You didn't
Okay.
do it.
Listen, let's ask some other people outside of you that has common motherfucking sense, right? Common sense would tell you this. Let me go back to the article, right? So Robert M. Groom, it says the Johnson family, a so-called African-American owner of white and black slaves, has revealed the fact that blacks own white slaves in America. Now you saying this is in the 1600s, so now you want me to fucking believe that most of the interracial marriages that was in America was black men and white women. It wasn't white men and black women.
So what do you know about Anthony Johnson's history? Because you know they took all his shit, right?
Listen, my
you know,
dude,
they took, after
my dude.
everything he owned.
At this point in time,
they took
no,
it after
not.
1670.
No,
You talking about one dude though?
We gonna argue about what they did to one
I got
nigga.
the
He's
black.
bringing him up, so let's talk about him. He brought
I got
him
some
up.
other shit for you right here. Hold on, I got some other shit for you. Right, I got
what?
the black.
Like, he don't
I got the
even know
Negro
history.
Digest
They
right
took
here. Hold
everything
on.
he owned because he was black.
Hold on, I got some
What
other
is you
shit for you right
talking
here.
about, man?
I got some other shit for you
Like,
right here. That's going to tell you that. That's
niggas
going
don't
to
even
tell
know
you.
no history.
Listen,
This shit is
that's going
crazy.
to tell you that Anthony Johnson family still owned land in the 1700s, my dude. Wait, just stay right there. You got some coffee or some tea to go get?
Hey, was Anthony Johnson African? Was he African?
I mean, no. I mean, they're gonna say he was, but of course we know he wasn't.
Yeah, I'm asking, bro. What he think in that little
They
la
say
la
he
land?
was. They say he was.
Oh, they say he was. Okay, that's what's up.
They say a lot of things, man. You know how they be like, well, they say this, and then that's how rumors is starting and shit. Motherfucker, most of the rumors is started because niggas is saying what they said, and they don't have no facts to prove it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That like in the hood, right? In the hood, don't they be like,
That what he
they
said?
said this. They said this, and most of the people who they referring to are fucking liars. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like at this point in time,
They
like
do lie.
They are liars, of
They
course.
do lie.
They are liars. These niggas done told us from 1619 they brought us here, but here we go in 1619. One of the so-called niggas that you brought here from Africa was able to buy himself from freedom from these racist ass white people who used to lynch us, spit on us, and hang us. Let him go free. Let him own other white people, and you sitting up here brainwashed, right?
Don't even add up.
Don't even add up.
No,
It don't even add up.
perfectly.
Don't
It
even
adds
add up.
perfectly
Don't even
because
add up.
After 1670, they made a law you couldn't do it no more.
My dude, who made the
That's how he
law?
lost his land.
Who are they?
The colony of Virginia. The
colony of
they,
Virginia.
man? Can we get they? What are they, bro? Who are they?
That's just one nigga. That's just one nigga too.
Who are these they?
Name of the law? What law was
That's
created
the
in
one nigga he's talking
1760?
about. It's the only person he could find that owned white people. What are you talking about? It's one person, and it was
Are you
before
serious, bro?
1670.
The
I
only
am
one I'm
serious.
seeing
It's only one nigga.
was still
Dead
being
serious. That's
enslaved.
the only one
Hey,
he's
you know
bringing up.
what? It's niggas like
Listen,
this. Is how we got to where we at, bro.
Obviously, white people were still being enslaved after that if they had to issue another law called the Mann Act to prevent white slavery. That means they were still being enslaved after that.
Prostituted, my nigga. Not only is they being enslaved, you finna sell pussy.
That's not the same thing they was
Shit
doing.
me. You ain't never sold pussy
Nope,
then.
it wasn't.
Hey, white slavery, man, that's an actual.
That is the epitome of servitude. What you talking about? You finna sell your body. You was in service to me.
Right. That's what you did. You worked.
Yeah, it's not the same as chattel slavery, and that's a damn
Shit,
shame.
I don't know. You ain't never been a chattel slave or a prostitute, my
bro.
nigga. So I guess
These
that's
niggas.
Obviously,
Hey,
you ain't never been a chattel slave, boy. That's what the
real
slave
talk.
used to do.
These niggas then created. They done created all titles for slavery. When we talk about the word slave is referring to Slavic people who are
Nigga, look,
now
they say sex slave now. Right now they say sex slave.
Yeah, exactly. But the term slavery came from Slavic people who are still Slavic people. They're not Europeans. They're not Germans. They're not from Rome. We don't know where the fuck they came from. We don't know where they came from. So the funny thing, like incubators, exactly. So like I said,
incubator babies.
We've been told all this motherfucking time you can go pay $80,000 to go to school for history, and they're gonna tell you that the Civil War was over black people. But here it is that they're telling you that it was over white people. Then you can go back, you can go pay $80,000 to go to any of these European institutions. My dude, listen.
Have you ever seen the orphan trains, my nigga? Have you seen those orphan trains full of them Europeans with pale faces? Trains full of pale faced babies just being dropped off.
Hold on. We about to get ready to wrap this motherfucker up. We almost at 4 hours in on this live stream. Shout out to everybody for tapping in, man. We had one of the guys on here. We gotta get A1 back out here, dropping some more of this heat. But yeah, man. So
hey, one more thing. I just want to say this is not a coincidence. Listen, my dude. Listen, bro. We about to start doing classes, my dude. We're gonna tie you to a chair and put a dunce hat on you. And you can get this information. You can get this information, and we gonna blackwash you, or we gonna Aboriginal wash your brain, bro. Because your brain is whitewashed with all European thoughts. You let these people create explanations that you know don't even make motherfucking sense. So with that, man, shout out to all the Aborigines, North and South and Central, as well as the conjoining islands, and the rest of the brothers that were sent over to Europe or Iberia. Peace to the gods and peace to the goddesses, man. With that being said, I am out. Peace.
Peace to the Thompson's one, man. Shout out to the Thompson's one. Shout out to Not a Coincidence for coming through, being a good sport, sticking around, trying to bring his sources and standing on his square of his information. Shout out to you. Shout out to Root Word. Shout out to my big brother Hawk School. Shout out to Tayshawn for coming through. Man, peace and blessings to everybody else in the chat. This was a fire bill, man. Make sure y'all share the live stream. Share the live stream. All right, with that being said, it's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. We about to get ready to roll out of here. Make sure y'all thumb up the video on your way out. Support the channel, man. Support the channel. Hit that like button. Support the channel. We out of here, man. Shout out to all the real ones out there. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. Make sure y'all be safe. Be aware. Stay vigilant. Stay dangerous. Right.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. Is that feeling in your stomach? You can feel it coming. Is that feeling in your stomach? You can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, that that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, that that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, that that's